last episode, we did 18 things he's secretly dying for you to try in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to
reverse it.
Reverse it. 20 things, what's it called? All women secretly want in bed. I want to... You know, like...
Maybe you're really good in bed, though.
So I'll watch... I doubt it.
I got a question for you guys. Yeah. Would any one of you three be interested in having sex with me? Do you want to have sex with me?
No. No. No.
If the G point exists, nothing prevents you from looking for it. It's like an adventure. This G-spot thing has been like 100 years of people searching for this fucking thing. The deaf thing is cute. People know that. People that listen to these, I like that.
I'm into that girl with the Tourettes.
In Texas, the possession of more than 6 dildos is prohibited.
Would you rather have sex with a goat?
Yes, yes, done. You don't even have to finish.
Now you just went too far.
Are you ready to have some fun? Because I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to kick ass.
Anything could happen.
Oh, that is gross. Do you think you can handle it?
Make some noise!
Welcome to Back and Forth with Wes and Mike. I'm Mike.
I'm Wes.
And today is?
Friday, the 17th of December.
Almost Christmas time.
It is. How many we got? 3 more after this. We figured out the last episode there was 3 to go before.
Yeah.
So
one will come out, our last one, before Christmas you're saying? Our last one will come out on the 23rd, which is a Thursday.
All right,
and
today is the 17th, so we got 1 more, 2 more. That'll be our 3rd one from today. We'll have to do something big for that.
Well, I was just thinking that I was going to bring up some lights and stuff with me today. I got Santa hats and shit. I still could have.
We're beat.
But then I was like, why?
I'm fucking beat.
Yeah, not only that, I was like, why would we? I looked at the calendar and saw that we're going to release one. This will come out Monday, and then the next one will come out just before Christmas, and we'll do it for that one, I think.
Really not a whole lot of point in doing it right now, and then like the next episode we won't talk about it again.
Exactly, that's why it's too early.
Boy, I got, every morning I come up here before you get here, and I make it a point on the recording days to get up early, get up here, do all the audio.
It don't matter.
Get the SD cards all erased, so we're all ready to go. So literally when you walk in, you can sit down, we go over a couple notes for 10 minutes, we hit record on everything, and away we go. And it, like you just said, makes no fucking difference whatsoever. No matter what I do,
you're never prepared.
It is never ready to go. So, as he got here, I'm doing audio. I'm making audio, sounds, all sorts of shit. I don't have any idea what news things we're going over. But I know that Mike he's so proud of himself for 3 days now. For 2 days now, I had to hear about this list that he's got made for me. I don't know what it is yet, but he says it's a list about me.
Well, you're going to find out.
Well, he said it's a list about you, and every time he fucking sent me anything, he had the laughing guy emoji with the thing. So I'm like so excited to hear what this is about. I can only imagine.
First off, I want to say these lights, it looks better in here. So
that's right.
I'd like to.
Thanks, Harry.
I want to give Harry a shout out, and tell him thank you very much. Harry obviously will hear this and know, but for you watching or whatever, listening, Harry took it upon himself to buy us some new lights because he heard us bitching how we needed them. He took it upon himself and purchased them for us.
Sure enough, they came in
as a gift. So that was pretty friggin' nice of him. We appreciate that. They're much nicer. They're better.
So we got rid of the sun that was in the room.
Yeah, we don't have a
before.
sun anymore. It's actually decent.
So we might have said this before, but we used to use like a, what do they call it? Just a spotlight.
That was like
right?
a shop, like
a
if you go
shop
to, like,
spotlight or a construction.
where you work on a car or a construction site.
Yep. You would do it like if you're doing framing.
Like a floodlight type
and
deal.
it's great. It's huge.
It got the job done.
If we're working on a car, but yeah, and it got the job done. But when you're sitting in front of it 4 feet from it, it's like in your face.
Not only is it bright like the sun, it's fucking hot.
Hot, bright, and we got to look right at, oh God, it was horrible. So these are a lot, I don't know, what would you call these? Whiter?
Yeah, these are, well, they're,
Just
they're
cooler?
LEDs.
They're like a cooler
it's like
color?
a cool white, it looks like to me.
Something.
LED.
Anyway, we'll see how
But
it
I
comes out.
I also want to give a shout out to that Aaron that emailed us. We appreciate that. You know, because people are starting to pick up on that now.
Which one was this?
That Aaron that emailed us the other day.
Oh, the one that you told me about?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So I just want to give him a shout out. We appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you for reaching out. Stay in touch. Everybody else as well. It's more and more people are starting to email us now, so that's good.
Yeah, well, it helps. It's for that, you know.
Well, exactly, but it took a little bit to get people to start doing it, but they are now. We appreciate it, so thank you for that, and keep doing it.
There was some other ones, but it's actually come already to the point where it's like we get them, and then we kind of read them, try to respond, and send it out, and then
we do good between the both.
I think
since
so.
we both have.
And you're
access
way
to,
better at that than I am, like typing and coming out with.
Well, because I have a fucking heart. At least you don't. You're just a
probably
prick.
that's basically right.
So I guess maybe what we could do. Wes is excited to hear it, and
well, I don't know if I'm excited. I don't want to say excited because I feel like by the way you were laughing, I could just imagine I'm going to be sorry for one.
I mean, we might as well just start right off with this list and get it right out of the way.
I am curious. I guess I am a little excited to see what it's about.
I mean, I think it was the last episode we were talking. I said I was going to put a list together of basically the way you are or the requirements of what it would take for a female to date
I
you
was right already.
or be worthy.
Oh, for a female to be with me?
So these are like requirements for.
Oh, so this is if girls are watching, they know they have to.
Well,
fit this.
it's about exactly. This is what it's going to take basically because this is how fucked up you are.
What is that called when you're getting a new job and there's a list of things?
An interview, a resume.
No, the job, not description, but job. The things that you're responsible for.
Your job duties.
Yeah, I guess. I think there's another word that I was looking for, but that's basically the gist.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
this is what you guys got to have to date me, apparently, by the sounds of it.
Well,
I can just imagine.
Some of it, exactly. Some of it's just the way he's fucked up. And anyway, number one on the list, first and foremost, you must be willing to accept a man with a small penis. That's,
yeah.
I mean,
what it is.
These are all facts. These are true facts. These are all
this fake news. Is
I
what
could
this
I
is.
could substantiate these
right now.
I could substantiate any of this with proof and evidence if need be. So
how do you get you got a picture?
Been friends for 27 years or whatever.
Because they certainly don't believe you. They know how huge I am.
Yeah, well, how would they know?
Good point. Good point.
All right. So anyway, you must allow him to shit wherever he wants, like a ferret or any other dirty animal. As we discussed in another prior episode, he would like his girl to allow him if she makes him use the toilet. She's not for him.
Episode 12 was that episode 12?
I think so. Either the last one or the one before.
I wish I knew what the title of it was so I could say. I think it was 12.
It was the one where we were going over the article where the girl was sick and went to the guy's house. I think it was two.
She was on there for like first
2 episodes ago, I believe.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it must be.
So
12.
I mean, that's a requirement. You must allow him to shit wherever he wants, like a ferret. Mm-hmm. You'll know he'll start backing up just like a ferret. So you'll kind of get the idea.
That's what they do. They back into a corner.
Back into a corner.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll do that.
You can't weigh over 130 to 140 pounds. 140 pounds, you're considered quote unquote cute, but you're not dating worthy. Yeah, I know he's shallow, but anyway, those are his words. Okay, so
130 yeah. Well, you know how sometimes like we'll see a girl and she is thicker. And you know I'm not into that, but
she's cute.
Yeah, be like, she's got a cute face. If she'd lose like 40 or 50 pounds, if she could bring it down to like 60, 70 pounds, perfect.
See, he'll prove this list for me at his own. The more he talks, he'll just substantiate
I'm
it all
just
for
playing
me.
along. Hey, fix me.
Yeah.
Fix me.
There ain't no fixing you. You can't ask him anything. Example, do you want dirty pics while you're at work? Do you want me to give you a blowjob? Once you have to ask him, once you have to ask him to do it, it's already done.
I like dirty pics at work.
It's already done and over with, though. Yeah, but they can't ask you to do it. We've already gone over that.
I remember.
You can't have big hands under any circumstances whatsoever due to prostate reasons.
Due to prostate reasons. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is all stuff we talked about.
They
Everybody
could use their pinky.
everybody listening is going to get it.
This is, you know what is scary to me is that it is literally everything we've talked about, so it makes it even more believable.
Well,
Well, fuck, it's true.
realistically, you're not allowed to have really any flaws.
None.
You must be quote unquote perfect. For example, your hair
To my standards,
Your hair
perfect.
can't be out of place, but your hair also cannot be perfectly in place. You can't have
What the fuck are they supposed to do?
This is your mind, bud. This is how you work. So I don't know what to
God.
tell you. You can't
I'll
have
be
a
single forever.
You can't have a big nose, but you can't have a small nose either.
All right, that's
Hey,
solid.
I'll figure it out. I don't know.
Medium nose. I don't
Big
want a big
hands,
bird.
small hands, bushy eyebrows, eyebrows not bushy enough, talks funny, walks funny, wears funny clothing. Hell, wears clothes in general. Big
yeah, I
feet,
don't like-
small feet.
I don't like girls that wear clothes.
It just does. Basically, what that summarizes is that you're just never happy. The hands are too big. Now the hands are too small. The fucking eyebrows are too bushy. The eyebrows aren't bushy enough. They breathe funny. They talk funny. It's always something. Girls that will be accepted. You could fill out this application.
Oh, you made a list of girls that I will accept?
I got the list going on and on. But
Oh,
basically,
shit,
this is just deaf, blind, or any other means that would qualify you as quote unquote handicap or cripple.
Or disabled.
However,
The deaf one is a good one. I like that.
However, you can't be considered handicap or cripple because people will look at them differently. So
That shallow, I don't want them anywhere near
Yeah.
me if they're going to be
Yeah.
make me look weird.
you guys figure this out. Let me know because I've been
I
friends with
haven't.
them for years. I can't figure it out.
haven't figured
This
it
is
out.
all
I'm
shit.
telling
This
you
is
right
really,
now, we've
he will
talked to-
really bitch about somebody having, say, big hands, but then the hands are too small in the same breath.
We have
Is there a medium size? Is there?
Yes, there has to be. It has to be. There's
Yeah,
got to be a girl for me out there.
You absolutely under.
The deaf thing is cute. People know that. People that listen to these, I like that. That
I'm
is
into
the
that
truth.
girl with the Tourette's.
Do you see what I mean? Now this is
Wait,
so. There's a girl on TikTok that Mike always sends them to me because she's a cutie. I mean, she's young. She's probably 19 or 20. It's not cute like that, but
Yes.
like I could see she's like cute. You know, she's pretty. Her hair is
I
nice.
love it when she does that. Wind it up.
Wind it up. Yeah, but she's got Tourette's. But it's not the type of Tourette's that you would think, like the fuck or whatever.
Yeah,
they
just
say.
go crazy
She
more.
doesn't get really mad about it, but she does. Like it's getting close to the holidays, so she'll. She's.
with jingle
remember
bell-
that one? She had a hat on with like the looked like a, like a Santa hat where the thing goes off with
Yeah.
the bug ball on the end of it. And she just whacks it. And jingle bells.
Yep.
She's in the middle of her conversation.
Fucking hilarious.
And then another one she'll be talking like we are right now. Wind it up.
Yep.
And she does the wind it
It's
up thing.
I love it. It's hilarious.
Oh
I'm
God!
not making
Some
fun
of you
it, but
guys
it's hilarious.
probably have seen it. Some people that really spent
Had to
some
have.
time on
Had to
TikTok
have.
because she's getting big. But it's not. I'm not even making fun of her in the least.
No, not at all.
In fact, this is what I'm
I think
trying
it's
to.
cute, literally.
Exactly. And this is he's coming around.
Well,
he's coming around to this
you that. I will
disability
give you
thing.
that one because I brought that one up to you
Yep.
about. I sent her to you, and I was
So
like,
he likes girls with Tourette's. I like deaf girls.
So my list is a lot shorter. Apparently,
if there's any chicks out there swearing and yelling right now or deaf, let us know.
yeah. Let's see. Let's continue on. You absolutely
How long is this? fucking
cannot
list?
smack while eating.
Not at all.
Actually, it's best you don't eat at all, or at least not around him.
Especially if you're in that 130 range.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Big one here. Big one.
This is-
Big.
all right.
Big one. Must have a man's name. If you have a girly name, forget about it. If you're like a Roger, a Tom, a Dave,
No.
and Adam,
No.
you qualify. If you got anything
No.
like a Aaron, a Betsy, a Tina, any of that, no, it doesn't work. It's not how it works.
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that bad, but I will go along with this. This is a big one because I've talked about it in an episode in
Randy.
the past. It's not. Those are too manly, but like, there was a girl I saw somewhere, probably on a porn. And her name was Joey,
There you go.
and there is a porn star named Bobby, Bobbi. I mean, it's not short for
Don't give
Robert.
a fuck how you spell it. It's still a guy's name.
I think those
You can
are-
spell Mike, M-I-C. It's still a fucking man name.
or like Alex for a girl. I think that's hot.
That's not bad. I'll give you that one.
That can go back and forth.
I don't mind Alex. That could be a good one.
But not like Tom, Bob, Jim.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if
Anyway.
they're pretty.
Anyway, don't get me distracted
Or
here.
deaf.
I got some work to do.
All right. I'm just trying to make it last. We got an hour.
Another kind of big important one. You can't be tougher than him, which it doesn't take much, but you can't be tougher than him. However, you can't be weaker than him. I don't understand it either. Doesn't make sense.
There's no topper, but so right in the middle. You got to be right in the middle of everything. You got to check all the boxes in the middle.
Again, this is mainly to let them. I just want them to realize the shit that I go through when you text me stuff, and now they can really realize, be like, he never is fucking happy, no matter what. No, he's not. No, he's not.
No,
and it's literally this crazy. Literally, this shit has happened. Some of it. You must text him back immediately, or at least within 5 minutes. However, do not text him back too fast, because then you look desperate.
Yep. So and then you're clingy and you're a pain in my ass.
So
if you're a minute beyond my limit,
then you're I'll get to that. I'll get to this.
All right.
Can't text him all day, every day. However, you had better text him constantly, or you're up to something.
So you got a fine line.
Yeah, a very
you got about a 5-minute window between too little and too much.
Exactly.
All right, I'll go with that.
The more red flags you show, the higher your chances of dating.
Absolutely.
But if you're normal,
according to my past,
if you're normal or sane, forget about it. He wants nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you got to have something. You either got to be a sociopath, you got to be narcissistic. You need something along those lines, something to make you interesting.
Yep. Absolutely. You can't be a bartender. That's a huge no-no. That
is true.
That's an immediate disqualification. You could meet every other requirement, and then you get to, what do you do for work? She's like, I'm a bartender. He's like, see you later.
That's like when you go down the list of a job.
It could be fucking Tommy with fucking perfect size hands and everything, but if you're a bartender, it's
Tommy,
a wrap.
That's too manly. It's like when you do a job, you look at the job description and everything, you have all the experience, you got 1 year experience, you got this, that, and everything, and then at the bottom it says must have a 2-year degree. I'm like, fuck it, next one.
Yep.
So when you get to that bartender question, if you're a bartender or stripper, out. Just go right on to the next applicant.
No sense to even carry it on.
That is actually true. I won't date a bartender. I don't think. I mean, it'd have to be fucking just something from God. Light would have to shine down from an angel. But as far as I'm concerned, no. How much you got on this fucking thing?
I got a few. I put a few. I wanted to put a list together.
I'm gonna make a list about you.
Fair enough. That's what it's all about. You can't come on to him too fast, or else you're considered easy. But if you don't come on to him, you must not be interested in him, and he's wasting his time then.
Wait, one more time?
They can't come on to you too fast, because if they do, they're considered easy. But they can't
have sex with me or no?
Just anything. But they can't come on to you. They have to at least come on to you, because if they don't,
right, they got to show.
Then in your mind, you're going, well, they're not interested. I'm just wasting my time anyway.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. Yep. So that's another fine line one right there.
But they can't come on to you within a couple days, because then you're like, she's easy.
Well, I'll tell you the truth of it is, I'm finding that if you sleep with me on the first date,
they never come back.
Yeah, I almost don't. I don't know why. I don't even think that matters in this day and age. I think sleeping with somebody on the first date is okay now. I actually do. If you're interested in the person, I think you can usually tell. I mean, you may not know them. They may turn out to be a psycho or fucking weird or something, but I think your attraction can be there. But it's almost, I don't know. You know what? I don't want to say this because I don't know if this is true, but I feel like if they fuck me on the first date, they're out.
Yeah, because they're too easy.
I think. Yeah.
You just send them back to their husband or boyfriend or whatever. That's you're doing your community
That's
service.
Usually what happens.
Community service.
Yeah. I haven't even had the chance to get rid of them for that. They usually just leave and go back to their other person.
Makes your job easier then.
I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, you know what I think about it when, and this may be completely untrue, but when a girl will sleep with me on the first date, I think to myself how easy it is that if we ever got in a relationship in the future, a year or 2 years from now, and we get in an argument, she takes off, goes out with her girls out to the bar or something like that, which is kind of coming down to, at this age, if a girl's going out to the bar all the time or uses that for an excuse to go to the bar, it's probably one of those flags I should be looking at. But
which would draw you in closer. If
she'll fuck me on the first date, if we get in one fucking fight 6 months from now, it's take nothing for her to go out and meet somebody at a bar and fuck him that night. That's the way I look at it. She has no, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that. But that is kind of a serious one.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't expect him to buy you a drink because you're not, quote unquote, using him just for a drink.
Yeah, I ain't giving you no fucking attention. So we could be together for 10 years.
However, you must allow him to pay, because that's what the guy is supposed to do. His words. So again, you figure it the fuck out.
So I have to get the drinks for her without her asking.
Apparently, yeah.
I have to decide when she's ready to get a drink.
Apparently, it's up to you. When she's ready, when you're ready to buy her a drink, she has to sit there the whole time parched. She can't ask for a drink.
What the fuck is going on with episode 15? I already don't like this episode.
All right, and then the last but not least, this one's a pretty big one. You cannot have kids at all. he hates kids,
I do hate kids.
even his own.
Yep. Especially my own. They're little assholes most times.
So anyway, I mean, that was put together over a course of a day or so. I probably could have came up with quite a bit more.
I'm
but
glad
we
you-
only do a 2-hour
like it.
show, so I mean, I could have went crazy and went much longer.
I knew it was
but-
going to be something interesting, and I couldn't wait for it, even though it was about me. Because every time you sent me something about it, you didn't. He didn't tell me what it was, but he would send me like a hint kind of thing, and then he would put the laughing emojis, like 18 of them, across the text message. So I knew it was going to be good.
So either way, if there's anybody out there listening that could meet any of that or deal with that, feel free.
How many would you say there are? How many questions would you say there? Well, let's call them questions.
How
Each
many
one
did
of
I
them.
have?
I mean, you don't have to give me an exact number. What would you say? 20, 25?
Roughly, at least.
So it's a 25 question test, multiple choice. Too big of a hand being choice C, too little of a hand being choice A, right in the middle is B. So you pretty much have to. That accounts for probably 10 or 15 of the questions, I would say, but the rest of them you might have to use some thought in what you know.
Or just
all
take
of the
your
above,
or just take your chances, I guess. I don't
except
know.
for maybe that. I can't think of an all of above answer except for maybe the disabilities one: deaf, blind, and no legs.
Oh God.
A is deaf, B blind, C no legs, D all of the above. So think about that one. Just stop on that. Don't rush through this test. Stop on that one for a minute and think about what you want to
actually
pick.
think about it. More for your sake, to make sure you even want to really do this.
Actually, it's not. You know what? It's not about them picking. They either have these things or don't.
That is true. You kind of eliminate them.
Now, say they have all of them. Say they complete 100 on this test. Everything is perfect. How long do you think, from the time that we start seeing each other / talking, whatever you want to call it, how long do you think before I make something else up, make a 26th question that she can't answer, right? So that I can skate out of there.
Well, see, this is tricky because you've done it fairly fast in some, and other times you let it go on for a while. So I would have to say anywhere between probably a month to 3 months.
And then somewhere in
Because
there.
there's been sometimes
I agree. I'll say that 3 month-ish.
you talk to a girl for maybe a couple weeks and you're like, yeah, I'm already out. It's she didn't text me back fast enough. I'm not gonna fuck this. I'd just rather be single. Then you've talked to a girl and hung out, and after like 3 months in, you're like, this and that. So it's a gamble.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 1 to 3 months is safe.
Yeah,
Where,
I'll say
where you
that.
would come up with
I would
something.
say closer to the
you'd be
3 month
"Bub,
end, but yeah, I'll give
I
you the
can't.
1
I'm
to
out of
3.
here. I'm checking the fuck out. She fucking doesn't let me shit off
She
the side of the
sneezed
bed. or
that
something.
one day. I'm outta here.
Yeah, she sneezed. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't cover her mouth, fucker.
Had to blow her nose that day. Remember that night, that date? She blew her nose that time. I'm done.
Yep.
Actually, that's kind of a big one for me. I don't not so much girls. I don't care if they do it. Actually, I don't care if anybody does it. But at a dinner table, I will sit there and sniff and like not talk or do whatever I can to not have to blow my nose at a dinner table. I'll get up and go into the bathroom at a restaurant.
So sitting there,
which is worse.
That's better.
It's
huh?
absolutely worse. But in my mind, to grab that napkin off the table that everybody's eating at and do that, I'm thinking to myself, at least if I'm sniffing, it's gross, but it's not pushing shit towards other people.
Well, hear me out on this, and I just came up with this on the fly as you were saying. I
can
just
tell by
thought
the
of
way
this.
you're getting onto this.
So when
What's
this is
gonna-
happening, whatever would happen if you maybe slid your chair out, because they usually move in and out,
and went to the bathroom,
so
or
you could
something?
slide it out and stand up and leave the table and actually go to the bathroom and blow
That's
your
a
nose.
possibility.
Then you don't have to sniff at the table, and you don't have to worry about blowing your nose at the table.
That's a
Just hear me out.
possibility.
I know it's a crazy idea. Don't get me wrong, but just think about it. Just give it some thought.
I will. I'll take it into
Ser-
consideration.
That's all. Yeah, right. Jot it down.
Speaking of that, elbows on the table. When I grew up, it's kind of off subject, but it made me think of being out to dinner with people and politeness.
Dinner table.
I was
manners.
always told never to put your elbows on the table. Did you ever hear that?
I've
when you were
heard it,
growing
but
up?
I don't think it was ever enforced at my
I
house.
can't understand why. I never in the life of me, and as an adult now, I'll do it and think about, and I'll be like, oh, and I'll move, and I'll be like, oh, fuck that, I'm 37. I put my elbows back because I can't figure out a solid reason why you shouldn't do that.
Maybe I don't know. I don't even have an answer for that.
And not to mention, there's 2 different types of elbows on the table. Now, I could see if the point of your elbow was on the table and you were like holding your face up like that.
That one I would get, but if you had them like kind of what was the other one?
Yeah, or like if you sometimes I don't know, I'm weird. Like I'll sit at the table. You guys can YouTube can probably see it, but I'll sit on the table with my hand on my like glass if I have a glass of milk or whatever. Well, if the table's set up, obviously I'm going to be over the plate as the plate thing, so shit don't fall all over the floor. Well, now my elbow is on the table. So do they mean? I feel like this is not a big deal if your forearm is flat with the table.
I don't personally think any of it is, but
I don't really either.
you know,
One thing I do try to do is take my hat off if I remember. I don't really know why that is either. I think that's just a respect thing, but I will try to do that.
I give you that. That one I agree with. I'm all right with that one.
The big fork is for what? And the little fork is for what?
Eating.
Good answer. That's enough of that question because I don't know the answer. I hope you did too. So eating works.
No, one of them. Well, I want to say
One's for salad and one's for your
like
meal.
the dinner, I think. And then the
I don't know
spoons
which
is
is
it one
which.
like a soup spoon and one's a.
Oh, so there's 2 spoons too. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Isn't it like so?
Listen, I just use a fork. I don't. As
What's
long as
the
I can
fanciest
shovel it in.
restaurant you've been to that you can recall?
Texas Roadhouse.
Really?
I've never been anywhere super
Oh
fancy.
shit! I'm trying to think.
I
of
want to go to that. What's that?
Prime.
Is that what it is down there on
What's
20?
it? Prime 911, 411, not 911. Prime 41. Prime something.
I
I want to
think
say it's
you're right.
something 11. 311. So anyways, it's down in Albany or Trayton, Albany. It's about the best goddamn steakhouse around. But it was me and my girlfriend at the time went there.
Wait, you been there?
Yeah, twice actually. 3 times actually. Come to think of it, but you go there and if it's the same one you're talking about, that Prime, which it sounds
It's
like
right
it
next
is,
to Burger King, basically.
Burger King. Which one? Oh, on Route 20.
Yes.
Oh no, that's what is that? City
the
Line?
one-
No, that's not City
That's
Line.
the
We've
one
been
we
to
talked. That's why I said
Black
you've
and
been
Blue.
there.
Black and Blue.
Is that it? Yeah, because I was going to say that's the one we talked. We're like, I'd like to go there sometime.
Yep.
When you
I
said
would. They say it's expensive,
so
but no, I
Prime,
haven't
I don't
been
know
there.
which one that one is. Then I'm confused.
Well, Prime is that really fancy steakhouse down. It's like known all over the country. Down
Oh, is that on
in,
like Central?
No, it's way down in like the gut of Albany.
No.
Like under the bridges, the 787 bridges. You wouldn't think it would be down in that area,
Yep.
but it is there. And it's when you pull up, there's a guy takes your car or your truck, parks it, gives you a ticket. You have to be somewhat dressed.
That's usually
up.
called the cops and the tow truck driver.
I couldn't go here like that. yeah. Usually places I go, it's the fucking cops. I couldn't go there like this. You got to have some type of I mean, you could wear jeans, but usually like jeans and like a blazer or something you'd have to put on to make.
Really?
You got to look. Yeah, 'cause they won't even let you in. It's weird like that, but it's.
Are you allowed to wear a hat?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if they'd kick you out for it, but there's like when you know what it would be. I don't know if they'd kick you out for any of it, but when you walked in there and saw everybody else, you'd feel like you would. You know what I mean? And I know you and me.
So I
how
don't
you
want to
and me
leave the
are.
construction site and meet you
Absolutely.
there for dinner.
They probably wouldn't let you in like that. Probably work boots and shit. Like if you had like stains and shit on your jeans or rips, they probably wouldn't let you in.
Wow.
Every time I went, I was dressed up. Christ, the one time I was in a tux. The other time I was in a suit.
How expensive is that place?
Awful.
You
It
think
was
it's
me
more
and
than
her.
that Black and Blue or whatever?
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind, and I've never even been to Black and Blue. We went. It was me and her went. I don't know if it makes a difference the season, because I know the time of year does make a difference of beef prices. But we went in the middle of winter. The two of us, we each had 2 beers and a steak dinner, no appetizer, and it was like $300 and something.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did it have gold flakes
Of course,
on it?
we got the best steak I could get because I wanted to experience it. Now, the second time we went, we just sat at the bar and had a couple
you
drinks.
experienced it, all right?
Yeah, a little over
Holy
$300.
fuck.
Crazy. What I will say, whether it's worth it or not, I don't know, but it's the best steak I've ever had. Perfectly cooked, best flavor, but I don't know if it's worth. To me, it's still a novelty.
I don't care how much it costs. I'm not doing that. That's basically $150 a person.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, about $150 a person for 2 drinks and
That's a lot of money. I don't think I'd ever do that.
the best steak I ever had. I'll go like once a year just to experience it. It's almost
Well, if
like
we go, I'm forgetting my wallet.
like escargot. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'll have it like once a year or once every other year. So I like to have it once in a while. It's like, I don't know, like a treat. It's like a treat to go.
You like to spoil yourself.
We'll go there when we get big, when the podcast gets big and the people start watching the
It better get real
advertisements
big by
and
the
stuff.
sounds.
Yep. We're going there for celebration dinner. That's what we're going to do. We're going to dress up and rent a Lamborghini, pull in there and let them
When we
park
get
it.
Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos money, then we'll go.
We'll take them there. When
Yeah.
they come in here for an interview, we'll take them there for dinner. But it's
Did you
good. It's really good.
Did you hear that shit today? Well, I guess the beginning's always about we bounce around a little bit.
It's all right.
Did you hear about
today?
that?
This happened, whatever it is.
Well, yeah. Did you TikTok going around like that shooting the
I did.
school violence shit?
I must have saw it on Facebook. I saw
Fucking
it.
insane. Schools closed down.
What did it seems so
couple
simple.
schools actually had like one school had like a stranger, they called him or whatever. The door was propped open. Somebody that they didn't recognize was in the school. Another school closed down because a threat came across on Snapchat.
Well, so he says today this happened, just so you know, it's December 17th, Friday.
Yes, Friday, December.
This won't be out until Monday, so this is going to be a couple days.
It'll be past. I'm
not
sure
that
they've
it matters.
heard about it.
I'm sure I don't
want them to worry and panic if they have children.
I just like to let them know the date so they can. However, I did hear about it a little bit. I didn't look too much into it. I looked into it enough to see what it was, and it seemed, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like there wasn't a lot to it. It was just a kid or a person.
It was like a nationwide
a high school or a college too, right? And it was started out as like a skip day. They were going to do a skip day, and then it turned into they were calling and saying there was a bomb threat or a shooter threat.
See, I didn't read much into it. I just got bits and pieces from what this one told me, and I saw this article, read a little bit of it. Basically, I heard all I had to hear. I didn't send my kids to school just because. Just to be,
to be
honest with you, you never know. It's this nationwide bullshit challenge, whatever they're calling it anyway. The way this world is nowadays, I don't trust anybody regardless of anything. Could I just think about hypothetically this is what's going through my head, and when I was talking to my sister, could you imagine if you were like, it's not, you know what I mean? Where we're located, like, come on, that's not going to happen. I mean, you never,
right, and
you
that's
never
what
know.
everybody says.
But it's like come on, that's not. So when I send the kids to school, and God forbid they don't ever make it home, something actually happened. I'd never live with I'd kill myself.
Yep. You'd be like, oh,
I'd never live with myself because I know damn well that I could have made the easy decision to just eliminate that and just one day not let them go. Big fucking deal. They can miss one day. Again, probably nothing happened. It was a bunch of bullshit, but at least I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
So, but it's just crazy. It makes me think. We talk.
I could see Owen at school right now on the guy's back. The guy's spinning around, right? Yeah. He's taking him down. He's just an asshole like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love him, but he's an asshole.
Just makes you think, what's this world coming to?
People get so mad when I say that. People don't realize the relationship I have with my kids. So when they get here on the weekend, and they're old enough. Owen's 14, Ryan's 12. So they're old enough to understand, and they're very good about this for the most part. Of course, on episode 3 or 4 or something, we talked about how Owen swore at school that time. But he was in a fight or something, so I don't really know the whole details of it. And he says he didn't. The teacher said he does. I have to agree with the teacher, I think, because I remember being in his situation, and the first thing I said when I got home, no, she made it up. Well, I don't care who the teacher is. Typically, they're not going to just make up words like that.
Well, not to mention, I was here when you were talking to him on speaker there or whatever, and he kind of said this one thing was a story, and then you're like, well, listen, you're not in trouble. I just want to know. He's like, well, yeah, I was talking to my friend by ourselves quietly, and she over. So his story was changing within minutes, which, again, I'm not saying he's a liar, but I'm with you. Just you think back when you were 14, 15 years old.
Yep.
When if you did something at school and the teacher called your parents, the first thing you're doing is denying it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Come home, my dad's like, did you say the word fuck? Like, no. What are you talking about?
Of course not.
Well, why the hell did the teacher call and tell me? They must have it out for me, Dad. I don't know what to tell you. They're picking on me.
Sure.
It must have been another mic.
They made it up.
Yeah.
Well, you had it lucky because there was 2 different. Around our area, between fathers, like juniors and seniors, I think I counted like 5 Mike Snyders.
Yeah.
Didn't you used to get in trouble for one? Well, anyways,
I did one time.
What was I going on? Oh, about my relationship with the kids. So when they get here, I want to write that down because that's a cool story, kind of. I can't believe there's so many. But when my kids get here, as soon as they walk in the door, I give them the finger, and we all laugh. They give me the finger back, and I allow it, and it's fun. And they know enough, then that's it.
Well, they know enough. Inside here, it can happen here. It stays here. When they walk out that door, they go to school, they go to mom's. That doesn't fucking fly. It doesn't happen.
Right. And typically, even here, they won't do it unless I initiate it. So if I give them the finger, they'll give it back or something like that. Now, how could I be mad at that? And they're
quite
pretty
honestly,
responsible with
even
it.
if he walked in here, say right now, and come up and said, how are you going to get mad that he did it first?
Yep.
That's what you normally do.
So the other day I was doing something, I think laundry, if I remember right, and it must have been because I was bent down putting the laundry in the dryer, and I turned around.
If you had a girl with no arms, she could have done that for you.
Or a stepsister.
Yeah. Oh, she could have got stuck in there.
Oh, yeah. So I turned around and walked out of the mudroom. You know how the mudroom is. It's right there by the dryer. The dryer's right by the door to the kitchen from the mudroom. And I turned around. Well, he's waiting around that corner. He scared the shit right out of me.
Did he get you good?
I said, you fucking asshole. And what's what made me think of it. I was telling somebody that story, and when I told him I called him an asshole, they were like, got weird.
Like, oh, I can't
don't-
believe you did that.
don't talk to your kids like that. You shouldn't. Well, they don't know, and that's what gets me on this subject. They don't know. You know what I mean? He'll call me if I scare him. I think I don't know. Mind your own fucking business, I guess is what it is.
That's why you're a parent. You're the parent, and you can
That's
do
right.
what you want.
When he's not in this house, he doesn't swear at his mom. He doesn't swear at his mom's house. Period. He
The
doesn't.
only other place he swears besides here is school.
Right. That's the only place I allow it. Here in school. Going to
Yeah.
school swearing, give everybody the finger. I don't give a shit.
Absolutely.
But nowhere else.
Don't do it at your mom's house because then mom's going to call dad and he doesn't want to have to hear it.
Right. Right.
Is all it comes down to.
The littlest amount of time I get to deal with my kids, the better.
Yeah.
Because I hate kids. They're assholes.
See?
So
Why would you call him
we
an
did that. We see how the
Why would
circle we went around like that. Perfect.
I can't believe you called them assholes.
Well,
Asshole.
mind your goddamn business, asshole.
Back to
the
me
names.
Me getting in trouble. I was in, I can't remember what grade. Young, like kinder, K
Like
through
real
5.
little,
K
yeah.
through 5 or whatever. It was maybe 4th grade or something. And the other Mike threw a rock, I guess, on the playground, and it hit a girl. I don't remember. Face, head, knee, it doesn't matter, but he hit somebody with it.
Now remember, guys, people listening, it's the same identical name.
Yeah.
He's a junior, too. They're both junior. Like, right to the T is identical name.
So I think, I don't remember 100% the
And he's
detail,
older
but
than you by a couple
a little
years,
bit,
right?
yeah.
Like maybe 5 years, 4
But
years.
so I don't think anything happened. For whatever reason, I never got in trouble at school. That's the confusing part. But I can tell you this: when I got home, my father was waiting at the end of the driveway for me, and
because the school called.
the look.
Oh, yeah.
Like and I knew the look. I'm getting off that bus, and I'm just thinking.
And you weren't aware of any of this?
No, I have no
So
clue.
they never called you to the
I'm thinking
office,
That's
nothing?
what I'm thinking.
Oh, they must have
I'm
called
gonna
him to the office, called your dad.
But must somehow
Told, yeah, I get you.
So anyway, there, and he's like, "You throw a fucking rock at a girl, boy?" I'm like, "Whoa, what are you talking about?"
right, you get out all dancing, singing and shit.
Yeah,
You're a
what,
little
you
kid
want to play?
running.
You want to play catch, Dad? You said
Yep.
we could. And he's like, "You throw a fucking rock at a girl?" I'm like, "Whoa, what the hell happened? Is this a joke?"
Of course, just like going to jail. Of course, you're innocent. I didn't do it. And
Well, anyway, I'm
sure
going
he was
on.
like,
Well,
yeah.
he was fucking livid. I can't remember if he ended up driving me to the school to like have a quote unquote meeting or something, or if they called him in the meantime while this was going on and we were going inside and we get in, they called back, whatever. They ended up discovering it, but they caught it about 10 minutes prior to me getting my ass whooped. So they caught it just in time.
Yep.
Because I was going to get an ass whooping like no other, and I legit didn't do it.
The one thing you did,
And looking back on it now, though, you're almost like, oh, gee, how they called and apologized, but it's like you realize the ass whooping I was about to get.
yeah,
Like I'm not proud, but my old man whooped my ass, and he
you
wouldn't
had
think
got off
you could
that
do that
bus,
back in the day.
and he smashed you one. It would have been too late. You already got.
Yeah, I
the
already
beating.
had a broken fucking nose.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, your apology ain't gonna fix my
He
nose and my
didn't
2 black
go
eyes.
that far, did he? I
No,
don't
he'd
see
never
him doing that.
He would never hit me in the face. It'd leave
But-
marks.
Yeah, right. Not at least he'd wrap the soap in a
Yeah, he was
sock
smart enough.
first, so it didn't
He'd
bruise.
use a phone book.
Yeah, yep.
You know, he was smart about it.
You see that guy on TikTok that can rip a phone book in half?
Yes.
So no fucking way. I don't believe it. And the thing of it is that people say that in the comments, and he'll put the comment up there. I don't believe it. Prove it. And he'll do it again, and like show people that the book is real.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's a trick. I don't care how much muscle you have. That's like so. That
Well, there's
book-
obviously a trick. Otherwise, everybody and their brother could just go grab
Well,
a
yeah, but I mean, it's not just a matter of him being tough. There's something else that people aren't doing that he's. So the trick, right? Yeah, but it's not. The trick isn't him just being strong. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, there's
Them phone books are like that thick.
There's
That's
got to
like-
be a
That's like taking a 4x4 board and just tearing.
like a science in a way to it type deal, like a certain way that you have to essentially a trick. Mm-hmm. I bet if we knew how he's doing it or looked it up, we could probably do it ourselves.
maybe. Yeah, maybe
Or
it's
close.
something that's him. He makes
you
it
hand
look
it to me
easy.
right now. I'm fairly tough, but I guarantee I could even probably rip 3 pages of it. You know, with the whole.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't even put a tear in it.
Right.
But if you learn,
I don't about that much is probably, and I know that sounds like me being a pussy, but like if you think about it, that much paper is hard to rip.
yeah. But
It ain't
if you
easy.
knew the secret, I bet
Yeah.
you could probably do a lot more.
I notice he starts on the open side. He
Mm-hmm.
rips the open side, which I'll give him. I'll let him do that because what he's doing is hard anyway. So, you know.
He's doing more than I could do.
Absolutely. So, you know, because everybody else was like, well, try it from the other side. And I'm thinking what you just said.
You fucking rip it.
fucking do it then,
Yeah.
tough guy. You're over there telling this guy he's not doing it. Then you show me.
I just seen that exact guy last night on when I was watching. You know how he takes the nails?
Oh, yeah, he bends a bunch of shit.
Well, he doesn't even bend. He's got like a piece of wood there, and he takes the nail and he just puts a cloth in between the nail head and his hand.
Oh, and he pushes it.
He drives it right
Yep.
through. Well, anyway, the one guy's like, "Well, I used to work at Home Depot or Lowe's or something. He says, so I know for a fact that the nails at Home Depot or Lowe's, whichever one, are weaker. So he had to have been Home Depot. So then the video is him going into Lowe's, buying
These
nails.
people are so stupid.
It's
Weak
like,
nail going straight in doesn't matter. It's not like he's bending it
I mean,
over.
it was such a fucking thing. It just people. Of course, I will be honest. On the internet, a lot of people could be doing that just to see him to keep doing it. Type just to
Sure.
jokingly screw with him. Type deal. Like the guy probably
And he
knew,
probably doesn't mind it because it gives him an excuse to do another
gives him,
video
he's
with
getting
that little
views and everything.
comment
yeah,
up in the corner.
He's crazy. That guy's crazy.
I've seen him like crowbars.
Horseshoes?
He just bends them into a circle horseshoes. He'll twist them. Yep. All sorts of shit. A hammer.
Yep.
He does a lot of hammers. Just bends them.
Rebar. I've seen him bend
Yep.
rebar.
Yep. I don't know of all of them. Now, I'm not saying I could do rebar, but I feel
Probably
like
couldn't do any of them.
oh, I couldn't do any of them
That's
either.
what I-
However, I think the rebar would be my closest bet. That if somebody gave me a choice and said you could have $1 million to pick all these things, I would pick rebar because
See,
I worked with rebar
I was
before.
thinking a horseshoe.
Really? Well, maybe that. I could almost see you could like pull.
Well, because you could
get it
the,
started.
I've watched him do it, and you could almost get like the leverage where you're like pulling apart and over.
So he does twist them like this. He doesn't
Yeah.
pull them apart straight apart.
no, he
twists
it's-
the
yes.
horseshoe.
Which
Sure.
not taking nothing away from it.
Yeah,
by no,
do what you
by,
gotta do. That's
by
still
no means
amazing.
exactly, but I was picking that.
How long was the rebar? Obviously, with rebar, the longer. I mean, if it was 20 feet long, Christ, I could do it like this. You know what I mean?
It
by that,
wasn't
but
very long from what I remember. It was
probably
yeah.
so long. I would still pick that. I don't think I could do it, but at least with that would get me the closest. I feel like I could see it bend a little bit. I'd probably get it to there where he can go right around. But at least that'd be.
But if I'm not mistaken, he uses like his knee, and again, not taking anything away, but I think he'll use his leg as well, which helps a little bit.
On the rebar one?
I thought. I could be wrong.
Listen,
Again,
I'm not,
either, it don't matter.
you
either,
know,
either,
I'm not trying to sound like a tough guy, but I feel like if I could use my knee, I could almost do that with rebar. Maybe I'm wrong.
Still harder
It's
than you
been
think.
years since I've worked with it, so maybe I'm wrong, and I'm just thinking differently than I should be. But I certainly couldn't do a hammer. I bet you could do rebar, for sure. If I can do it, I think you can do it.
Yeah, probably using my leg.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. It must be all about leverage. There's got to be a trick. Anyway, that guy's cool.
strong son of a bitch.
Absolutely.
Did you ever watch Strong Man? What is it? The World's Strongest Man? Remember when that used to be on?
They used to roll that big ball.
They
and
used to
shit,
fucking
a
pull
bunch of-
tractor trailers and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
With his teeth. I see the one he put a thing around his head and he had like a thing in it and they would like pull it and the thing would be behind him. One guy did an airplane. I seen that one.
That's the nuts.
Pulled an airplane.
How the hell they do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
God bless them.
I don't know how they have. I don't care how strong you are. It's like a pickup truck. I don't care. You could have 6,000 horsepower in a pickup truck. If it doesn't weigh anything, you can't get any traction to pull shit. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves to do that. They're like, oh, my truck's got 800 horsepower. Yours has only got 4. Well, I'll tell you right now, if the 400 horsepower one is heavier than the 800 horsepower one, it ain't going to do it. It's just going to spin. There's not.
It's all about the traction.
Absolutely.
When I went to, what was that, Fonda?
So I guess what I'm saying with them people is, like, they could be these big, huge muscle men. Their arms could be a foot around. But if they don't weigh enough, that airplane weighs so much. I don't have any idea, but it's got to be, Christ, 200,000 pounds, 300,000. I have no idea, but it's got to be huge. If he weighs even 400 pounds, 500, I don't know what these guys weigh, 7 foot, 400 or 500 pounds, pure muscle. You just don't have the fucking weight to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's insane. If you
I don't
think,
understand it. I'm no
I don't either,
scientist.
but if you think about it, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's not easy, I could tell you that.
What did I cut you off? I cut you right off of something.
Yeah, I forgot now. It'll come back to me, though.
You want to do a hypothetical situation?
Yeah, we could.
Want to do one this time and then or do you want to do 3?
I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
Let's see what we
It
can do.
doesn't really matter to me.
Hypothetically speaking,
Let's say, hypothetically.
Hypothetical.
let's say you've been a bad girl.
Hypothetically, if like you were naked, I was naked.
Okay, hypothetically speaking, right? Would a moose have sex with me if I gave it $10 million?
Let's say, hypothetically, you've been a naughty girl.
Would you rather be terrible in bed or a terrible kisser? The
Terrible kisser. Which one are you on?
it's the one where the guy and the girl is laying on the bed, like laughing and
100,
shit.
would you rather?
Yeah. Terrible in bed or terrible kisser?
Like forever or just like a couple
Forever.
weeks? So
I'm going to say forever. It doesn't say, but I'm going to say forever. Because Christ, it wouldn't even matter if it was a couple weeks. I'm
going to go with kisser. I'd rather be a terrible kisser. I feel like girls would care less about that.
I feel just the opposite. I don't know why.
And well, let me. Not only do I think again, I don't know this, but I think that girls would care less about me being a bad kisser than bad in bed. And on my end of it, I would feel better about myself knowing I was a bad kisser, but I was still good in bed. Kissing is not, to me, it's not, I don't care about it.
I'll tell you right now, I was never good in bed, but I was always a really good kisser. So I almost want to just stick with that. Like
Who said the girl with no lips?
I only kiss girls with it. Put that on your list. Can't have lips.
Yep. Can't.
Or fish lips. Can't have any lips.
Or duck lips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a huge one.
But in bed, you need to play the banjo on the fish lips. You have to. But you can't have lips, so it's fucked up. There's no winning for you.
There's no happy medium.
Anyway, I would rather be a good kisser.
Why?
I mean, I was always fine in bed. I'm not saying like I was horrible, but I just never. I don't know.
You always got off.
Right. Yeah, so it worked. For me, anyway, I don't know if it did for them. I'm sure when I was younger, I was better. I just didn't care as much, I guess. But I don't care now either, so I don't know what the hell that means. But anyway, I don't know. For some reason, I'd rather be a kisser. I feel like you're going to kiss more than you're going to fuck. So I'd rather be good at the thing that I'm going to do more often.
Well, fair. I could see why you're saying it.
I don't know which one of us is right. It doesn't matter. But that's
it's hypothetical. That's why it doesn't matter. It's our opinion.
And this is why we're always such good friends. So this is why we can have one girl between the two of us, because Mike always likes one thing and I always like the other thing. So it works out good. She gets the best of both worlds. Mike takes the girls with the lips. Do you remember that time we were at recovery room? And
I know, right?
Before we go on to the next thing, because I don't want to forget
exactly
this.
What you're talking about.
I had something cool to talk about earlier, and I never wrote it down. And I forgot, so I want to get to this. Recovery room. We're sitting at the bar. Two girls walk in. One of them was, well, they were both pretty, but I'm not into Asian girls. I'm just not attracted to Asian girls for some reason. I don't know why. A lot of people want them.
Add that to the list.
Yep, add that to the list. Well, this blonde walks in. And with her friend, this Asian friend, both of them were beautiful. They sit down. I remember as soon as they sat down, I looked over at Mike. I said, "What do you think about Asian girls?" And he knew instantly what I was getting at. And he, "What did you say?" "I guess I am today. I guess I'm into him today," or something.
Something. I can't remember word for word at that point, but I knew instantly.
That's a goddamn wingman
kind of just shrugged,
right there.
and I was just like, "I guess I do today," or something. I knew exactly what you were doing.
Yep, that's the perfect wingman right there. He knew exactly what he had to do. I mean, it never came to that because we got laughing so hard about it.
I think you saw our big hands or small feet.
Probably.
You had enough of that.
Probably. I think her eyelashes are a little too big, maybe, if I remember right. Which is the truth. If these girls put these fake fucking eyelashes on now, it looks fine. But they're putting the one that look like that long.
Well, I was going to say,
like
too,
2 inches
within
long.
reason. Yeah, I like it.
Holy shit. See, this is what it is. All this stuff I have is within reason. Mike just likes to blow it out of proportion.
Okay. If you got the text and phone calls like I do, trust me. That's all I could say about that.
Would you rather sleep with someone you think is disgusting, but the sex is off the charts, or sleep with a person you find extremely hot, but the sex is trash?
Hot.
Same.
The only reason I say that is because if they're not attractive or they're not good looking, I don't find myself. It would be hard for me.
We're concerned about the smell.
I feel it would be hard to get turned on by a girl that I'm not attracted to.
Yeah.
Even knowing that the sex is going to be amazing, if I'm still not physically attracted to her, what's it going to matter? We're probably not going to get to the sex because I'm not attracted. So I'd rather take the hot girl. And that was an easy one. What about, I got one if we're only doing 3.
Go ahead.
This would be a good one.
Do it.
Would you rather have sex with a goat?
Yes. Done. You don't even have to finish.
That's one of those. This is going to be multiple choice. It's like, I got it.
Just goat or sheeps too?
Either one.
It matters. Okay.
Listen.
Then definitely goat.
Would you rather have sex with a goat and no one would ever know?
A. Yep. A.
Or not have sex with a goat, but everyone thinks you did?
I'm on a fucking podcast telling people I'd rather fuck a goat. So it doesn't much matter. Everybody thinks I did anyway.
Yeah.
Your mom can't fall asleep anymore thinking about it.
Well, that's what made me think of this one. This one's for her. You're not getting no sleep tonight, Ma.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
You're not that girl, Ma. You're not that girl.
Yeah, she probably had just started to forget about that whole thing, and now so you can't. So if she used to count sheep, and then she's like, fuck it, I'll switch to goats. That'll
Yeah,
work.
we're gonna-
Well, now, Denise, you're fucking done with
Yeah,
that,
you
too.
ain't doing goats either, I can tell you that.
Yep. You better just go to pills.
Don't tell me what animals you count when you go to sleep.
Because Wes will fuck them.
Yeah. Yes, he will.
Oh, God, that's a good one. Now, read that one more time. Just 'cause I want.
Well, what did you say? Let me read it again and then give me your answer again.
Yep.
Would you rather have sex with a goat and no one would ever know, ever, or not have sex with the goat, but everyone would think you did, even though you didn't?
Me knowing is the part that would bother me. I almost don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks, but me knowing. So I'm going to pick don't fuck the goat and let everybody think that I did.
100%. Same here. It's exactly my thinking.
Is it?
I don't care what you think. I know better.
Right. I can't go to sleep at night knowing I fucked a goat earlier.
Nobody's ever going to know, but in my mind, I'm going to know that I did it. And I no.
Yeah. Can we change this to some girls' names that we both know? Because I still go to bed now when it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy.
These are pretty good. I like these. I feel these are enjoyable.
I wonder what the girls that listen to this think.
I can only fucking imagine.
That know me, like girls that know us.
I can't imagine.
I wonder if they ever think it's them.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to leave it open.
Well, kind of that question there. Are they going to know it's about them, or are they going to think it's about them?
That's right. So, I'm the only one that knows because I picked.
And me, I know.
I picked one. Do not sleep with goats or farm animals or fish.
We're concerned about the smell.
Fair enough.
What do we got? Do we got any more of these? These are actually kind of cool.
We can do a couple more. We got quite a list.
We can always find more and make them up too. I just hate to use them all up.
Chris, you got 100 on this list. We got another.
Would you rather masturbate until your penis or clitoris is completely... We got to go to a fucking nasty one every time, and I didn't even realize this when I started.
Well, it's randomly off the list. We don't know. We're just picking...
Would you rather masturbate until your penis/clitoris is completely raw once, or never be allowed to touch your genitals again? They're raw. Mine's raw right now, so I can cut this fucking thing right out. I haven't had sex in a year. It's fucking ready to fall the fuck off.
Holy shit.
I'll pick that option.
Are you blind yet?
I'm already got halfway through this fucking test.
You're fucking blind, ain't you?
Things are getting blurry. Tell you that right now.
It's almost like a trick one. You'd have to go with the masturbating one. You think about it. Touch your genitals. Well, I got to piss. So obviously,
but I don't think we're gonna. No, it means to masturbate.
To masturbate.
Either way, never again. You can never do it again.
Yeah, no, I would.
What if when I got the vasectomy and then when I had it reversed, both times they tell you to do it.
What's it?
I hope my fucking family don't listen to it. Well, it's the doctor told me to fucking do it. I just haven't stopped. It's the thing. I just want to make sure it's done right. I don't take no fucking chances. It's been 3 years now.
Your mother might listen. It's your grandmother. I might worry about that. We don't want listening. I could just picture her now.
Oh, God. She's so sweet, too.
Wesley, I don't think you should be talking about fucking goats.
Just a suggestion for your podcast. I was would just stop having sex with goats.
Yeah.
But she would be supportive of it.
Yeah,
she's so sweet like that.
Oh, my God.
Listen, you do what you want with your life, Wes, but I would suggest not talking about it on
you
the
just
air.
know Grandma just loves you, and I worry about you.
Well, she's just worried about the smell.
We're concerned about the smell.
Oh, my goodness.
One more. Let's do one more. I got to find one.
Oh,
you got to find one. It's your turn.
Well, give me a second.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look.
Let me just look at a couple to try and make it so it's not so.
Oh, there's that goat
insane.
Oh, God. Boy, some of these are tough.
That's an easy.
Here we go. We were just talking about this. Would you rather have your parents see your sex tape or watch your parents' sex tape? Ooh.
Have them see mine.
Really?
I don't want to see theirs.
I don't either, but I also don't want them to see mine, so I'm kind of like, I don't know which one to pick on this one.
Here's my thinking. They're going to have to live with the fact they saw what I do. I don't want to have to live with the fact see what they did. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's their problem if they watch yours.
I'm not going to see it. I don't want them to see mine, but if they're the ones that saw it,
I want neither option.
I don't have to worry about it. I don't want to see theirs.
I'm going to that. I'm leaning to that, too. In fact, I'm not leaning. I'm going to pick that,
I love you both, but Dad, I don't want to see what you're working with, and Mom, I don't want to see what
I already told the listeners there's a sex tape out there. I just haven't leaked it yet. I got to leak it. I got to decide how famous the girl wants to be, too.
Of you?
No. I want to make sure she wants to be famous before I put it on there with her.
No, I doubt she does.
Probably not to that extent.
Probably doesn't want her husband to know.
The worst part... Yeah. That's like the beginning of that one episode. You said something. You sounded the same way. I never touch that fucking vacuum again, or something like that.
That'd be a way to find out. You
the
imagine
Scully
that?
one.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's. But the thing of it is it would backfire for me. I'd put it out there thinking I was going to go all famous and make money off of it, and I wouldn't make shit. I would just have it would just be out there. They'd classify it with the goat and midget porn.
Oh, here's another good one. We keep saying one more, but we should do this one.
Do it.
Would you rather have sex with someone who stays completely still like a starfish, or stays completely silent like they're studying for finals?
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a tricky one, right?
That's a tough one. And this isn't even like a dirty one or anything. It's just actually a hard one that's making me the options I'm going through in my head to think about. Read that one again just so we can
Would you rather have sex with someone who stays completely still like a starfish, or stays completely silent like they're studying for finals? Me, I would say still like a starfish.
You'd rather them that way?
Yes.
But make noise?
Because I guess when a girl's making a noise, it's making me feel like I'm doing something right. Whether she's lying or not, I don't know. But in my fucking head, I'm like, yeah, that's right. You know,
well,
like, yeah, that's right. That's what I do.
We talked about this in the last episode.
Mom. She's listening. She's at this point, episode 15.
If she got by 13 about the one, and then the Lord having sex with the threesome or whatever, she got by that when she's good to go.
I'm telling you right now, if she's made it this far, it is what it is. She knows what's happening, and we're just going to deal with it.
I wonder if people are driving along trying to answer these questions themselves. I hope they are.
Me too.
I hope.
I hope they email.
If they have any good answers. I'm like, we don't need your answers if it's just one or the other. But if you have any good reason why we're wrong, I'm wrong, or Mike's wrong, I'm picking one of these.
Whatever, yeah.
And we'll put it on here and change that.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes I think about it so quick. So now that question was what again? They can either they're going to lay still and
like
not
a starfish,
move,
or silent like studying for the finals.
We talked about it in the other episode. I'm going to go with I'd rather have her silent.
Really?
And yep, because too much noise. It almost seems made up. It's like, stop it. You know, like
maybe you're really good in bed though.
So I doubt it.
How would you know? If she's completely silent, you certainly aren't going to think you're doing a good job.
Well,
is my thing.
I already don't think I am. So
there's half your problem. You're not confident, bud.
How am I going to get this list filled up? I'm not even fucking. I'm horrible in bed. I got a little dick. I fuck goats. I mean, holy shit.
Because that's all you can get.
I hope people. Well,
mind you, he fucks the crippled goats.
You know them ones that's got 3 legs?
It's harder for them to get away.
That's right. Yeah, they do. It's like a skip. They got to skip when they're going through the pasture. Yeah, I'd rather them not make any noise. Because that sometimes, like you watch these porns and these girls are like, it's like, stop it. It ain't that fucking good. I don't care how good it is. You make it sound like the world is ending. Relax. The neighbors are knocking on the wall and shit.
How do you know, though? I mean, it could be that good.
I don't know. I just...
granted, there's guys and girls both out there that fake it or whatever, but maybe in porn, I feel like it's more made up than anything. Mm-hmm. But if that was to happen in real life, how do you know it's not because you're just really good?
Well... That could be.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Maybe I am just really good.
Or maybe the girl is just that extra sensitive. Maybe you're not that good, but she's that sensitive.
That could be.
You know what I mean? I can't. I don't want somebody to just lay there and like. I feel like they're not even alive at that point.
Right.
You want to smack them to make a sound to make sure they're breathing and stuff. Like they just.
Yeah, especially after choking them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always like, choke me harder.
No, are you supposed to be that color?
Babe,
blue?
you're turning blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like spit, like fucking saliva running out of the corner of your mouth. Are you still with us?
Mm-hmm.
Blink twice, because I don't want you to make any fucking noises.
Exactly.
We're an hour in. That was probably, I don't know how, because I'm beat, but that was probably the quickest hour I can remember. When we come back, we still have the sex segment, and I don't know, we'll do something. That relationship one seemed kind of stupid because I don't know a fucking thing about relationships. And here I am telling, we're reading articles.
Well, kind of.
Plus, the last time we had the one where what girls secretly want, and then we have an article about, or what, we listed off 18 reasons what guys secretly want from girls. We got just the opposite now. This says what girls want. So we're going to see if we think it's true. We obviously don't know because we're not, I'm not. So I'll ask you. All right, we're going on break.
I could tell you
enough of the corny jokes from you.
I pulled up a thing in here somewhere. It's about weird sex or relationship laws. I thought that was pretty cool.
I saw that. I'd like the wedding weird.
Just some weird
shit.
You know, if it's between 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you can't kiss your partner. Or so. I don't even know if that. I'm making it up, but it's some weird shit in there like that. It's like, how the fuck are you gonna know?
Right.
If I'm in the comfort of my house, I kiss you. That's what I mean. It's such a stupid law. How the hell would you know?
Well, there's so many laws out there. I'd love to find them. In fact, I'll look for them for the next episode maybe. But there's like, even not sexual shit. There's like, you can't, in Alabama, in such and such county in Alabama, you can't own more than 7 chickens.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or there was one like after 6 p.m. in North Dakota, for example, you can't have more than 15 items on your clothesline. Weird shit like that nobody even gives a fuck about.
Do you
anymore.
imagine a cop showed up like you're going to be under arrest? You have 16.
We were just sitting out front,
take you
and
in,
I noticed 16, and you're only supposed to have 15.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to come with me.
Of course, with the way the shit's going on right now, 20 to fucking 40 years in state penitentiary.
Yeah,
a rapist will get 3 years and a fucking 2 years probation. All right, let's go on break. We'll come back. We'll do them 2 segments and finish this out so I can take a fucking nap.
Yeah, me too.
Anybody that has pride in what they drive and might be sick of the same polishes and polishing companies should check out Jared's Polishing in Selkirk, New York for a quality polishing service for your truck wheels, deck plates, fenders, and the list goes on. Jared also does complete trailer polishing. We all know even the cleanest truck with dingy metals just never looks 100%. Check him out on Instagram for proof. If you don't believe me, you'll believe his pictures. Jared is well known in the show truck community for quality work and competitive prices. There's a lot of competition when it comes to polishers, and Jared makes sure he stands out through his workmanship and prices. Check him out on Instagram at Jared's_polishing for yourself. That's Jared's JAREDS _polishing. Send him a message with any questions or just ask around. There's a good chance someone has had something polished by him and will tell you the same as I am. I know all ads say don't wait, call now, but the truth is his schedule fills up fast. Spring seems like a ways off, but truck owners and drivers will be scheduling throughout the winter. So literally, don't wait, call now. All right, we're recording.
Did you start the camera?
I did. Camera's good.
Wow, you're good,
Audio is good.
For being tired. You're doing good.
I don't know, mate. You know why? Because it's like you said in the last episode, we were getting so used to what we were doing. It became easy, and I just started doing things, and then I get lackadaisical, I guess is the word, and forget things. We're being tired now. I'm like worried that I'm going to fuck up.
So you're focusing.
Yeah, I think so anyway.
You're not complacent.
So before we left, we mentioned that in the sex segment, which we usually do in the first half of this second part after the break, that we did, what was it called? The last episode we did 18 things he's secretly dying for you to try in bed. Now, we're going to reverse it. 20 things, what's it called? All women secretly want in bed. I want to see if we think
the same.
They are going to want it in bed, and then any women listening can decide.
Obviously, when we end up getting a female guest on here, we'll have to touch on these again.
We'll do something like this
with
again,
her,
yeah.
with her here live,
right?
So
see her actual instead of you guys just thinking it.
Yep.
So this could be kind of funny because we have no idea what women. I mean, we kind of know, but we don't know.
We don't know what women want,
right?
Have you ever seen Chapter 1?
Half women.
It's about this fucking big. Just Chapter 1
of the book of women.
Yeah.
So this might be interesting anyway to see what we think they actually want. But first, we've got 21. You mentioned it in the first half. We got 21
weird
total
sexes.
Weird sex laws.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
What's
and some of them are weird.
What do you got?
Well, it's number 1. It's illegal to seduce and debauch an unmarried woman in Michigan.
Debauch.
Yeah.
The fuck is
basically
that mean?
Corrupt.
Jesus Christ. Would you fucking look that up?
Right before we come back.
Okay. I never heard that fucking word.
So,
neither did I. Pretty good with that shit.
Neither did I.
Wow.
So it says basically in Michigan, that's been in the books.
You didn't read that whole sentence because you don't know what that fucking word is. The second word.
An archaic or something. I don't know.
I almost started reading it, but I didn't know, so I was going to start with in Michigan, and then you did it. I thought that was the reason.
An archaic. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
ARCHAIC for anybody listening.
Yeah.
I have no clue what that word is.
We got close. But anyway, that's been in the book since 1931, I guess they say. And it says, any man who shall seduce and debauch any unmarried woman shall be found guilty of a felony.
And what did you say?
What do you mean
was again?
Unmarried, like corrupt. Unmarried woman, like wouldn't that be fucked up that she's, you know what I mean? Unmarried.
So you're not allowed
Basically, it's saying she has to be married in order to seduce her. Well, if that's the case...
if you break it down like that, it doesn't actually sound much different than some religions. Just basically don't have sex before marriage is kind of what it breaks down to me, unless I'm missing something.
Listen to this, though. If you're found guilty of this, the man can be punished with up to 5 years in state prison.
Holy shit.
Or a fine of not more than $2,500. That's fucking crazy.
Where is this Michigan? I wonder if you're found guilty of this if you're considered a sex offender. I'm being serious, because it is a sexual thing, law.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Seduce, or imagine a cop coming into a bar and just happen to overhear you and like out to the fucking car. Let's go.
Yeah, now you're doing 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years in prison for, dude, I was just flirting with her. Like, she was flirting back.
Yeah.
I don't know the fuck. Now,
well, she's unmarried. And
on top of that,
you know you can't do that to an unmarried woman.
You know the law in Michigan. You know the fucking law. Don't act like you didn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a sex law. I bet you. Well, I don't know, but I'm wondering if that's so now you're a sex offender for the rest of your life.
A lot of these are just so
Weird.
off the wall that it's comical.
Yeah,
I don't even know how they can.
These there's other ones that aren't sex laws, but some of them are weird. Like you can't own more in like South Dakota. You can't own more than 7 roosters or some fucking thing.
It gets weird.
You're in jail for more. So they're weird. What do we got? Number 2 on this list. In Utah, marrying your cousin gets complicated.
I would imagine it gets complicated no matter where you are.
Yeah, I thought that was just going to say is illegal, but all of a sudden it's complicated, so it's got me wondering if maybe I should be moving to Utah if I have a chance. Maybe I have a chance at
No,
this
it's
still.
complicated there. Apparently it's less complicated in other places.
Whether or not you can marry your cousin in the United States varies from state to state. Marriages between first cousins are illegal in 25 states and legal in 20. I just assumed that it was... Actually, I didn't even know if it was illegal, any of it. To be honest, I just know it's not something you're supposed to do.
Basically, it's like incest. Incest is illegal, though. I mean, I know your cousins,
Is it?
but...
I mean, we're starting to get into some of these weird laws.
I'm pretty sure that is. Because I feel like I read an article about a mother and son getting arrested for having a sexual relationship.
It's crazy.
How else are they going to get arrested for?
Whacking his penis on his bedpost.
Yeah, or hers.
In the remaining states, it gets more complicated. In Utah, for example, first cousins may legally marry only if they are at least 55 years old and can prove to a state judge that one of them cannot procreate. So it's about incest, basically, because incest is basically the sex version of this. I would assume. So you're right. Alternatively, first cousins can wait until they're both at least 65, in which case they can marry without permission.
Fucking weird, right? Where did these come? Who sat down
There's so many. How many people are in the world? Let me look up right now. How many people are in this world? Well, let's just do the country. How many people in the U.S.? Just for example, 329.5 million people in the United States alone. If half of that was women, just for the ease of math, let's say 150 million men, 150 million women. You have 150 million minus, say you have 6 or 8 cousins. So I'm not going to say that big long number, but basically you have 150 million
people
to choose from, but you got to be with your fucking cousin.
Maybe she met all the criteria.
I'm not going to do it, but I could still break it down to state, and there's probably a million or so in each state. You still have a million, even the smallest fucking state, you got to have a million people to choose from.
If she was to meet every criteria on your list, what are you supposed to do?
Well,
you have no choice. That's the perfect girl for you.
Now I'm starting to see why this is here. Because
cousin or not, she's a perfect
You take a million people and screen them through my list, and you come down to like 20 or 30 probably in the state. So now all of a sudden, 6 relatives out of 20, I can see what they're talking about.
Not to mention, if she's your cousin, she probably knows best what you like. I mean, she's family.
Right. We probably like a lot of the same.
Yeah, I mean, you would think.
We had the same blood type, I would imagine.
By accident. If you ever needed like blood transfusion
kidney
or anything.
Or something.
Probably a perfect match.
Actually, the more we talk about this, I'm fucking on board. I mean, if I need a fucking long heart, something, fuck it. Let's put that on the list. Got to be related to me.
Goats and family are now at his mercy.
I hope people can understand this fucking podcast.
Oh, God.
That's what I said.
If they don't, the cops are showing up.
Way back in the beginning when we started talking about shit and all that stuff, I got saying that we joke around about me being single, but if I decide that I actually want to be with somebody and they ever listen to this, I will never fucking... it's not up to me.
It's either that or as soon as you meet them, tell them, listen, so you know, I do a podcast. You need to listen to it before we talk in depth because
I made up
you're either going to run or you're going to stick around.
I made up the incest thing, not so much the goat thing, but the rest of it is bullshit. I do like goats. I shouldn't say that. My aunt has goats. We got 30 goats at the farm. My grandparents.
Yeah, why?
People know that, too.
Yeah, exactly. I guess you do like them.
So let's switch that. The goat thing was a joke. The incest thing is real. Let's switch that to that.
Now, is he telling the truth or not? We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
But I'll tell you right now, if I ever met a girl and things actually got serious and she heard this, she'd be out. She'd go by herself. She wouldn't have to worry about the shit on my list. Trust me.
Well, you did it to yourself.
Well, it is what it is. You know what? Hopefully they know I'm having fun.
Exactly.
They know. And if they can't understand the sense of humor, then fuck them. Take that on the list too. Put that on the list.
What's that one guy say? Fuck your mom.
Yep. Go fuck your mom.
Man, he's funny.
GFYM.
I like his voice.
Yeah, he's cool.
Anyway, number 3 on the list. It's technically illegal to flirt in Hayden Township, New Jersey.
Well,
the general legislation of Hayden Township, New Jersey seems to suggest that flirting is illegal.
New Jersey's fucked up. We got a lot of listeners. Next to New York, New Jersey is our biggest. We have 15% of our listeners come from there.
Says
you guys will know.
Under the section Peace and Good Order, a person may be punished for approaching any person of the opposite sex unknown to such person and by word, sign or gesture attempts to speak to or to become acquainted with such person against his will. While this law seeks to punish objectionable actions such as sexual harassment and catcalling, it can technically be seen as prohibiting harmless flirting. So tread carefully if you're going to flirt in Hayden.
This sounds
if
to
you
me,
can't flirt, how are you going to ever meet somebody?
That's got to be something from back when you used to be set up with your partner. You know what I mean? When your parents
picked them for you.
Yeah, they picked the daughter of the neighbor or something like that. It's got to be.
I wish they said in here, like, this has been in, like, the first one said 19th, so we would know.
I wish they all had the date.
The first one.
I'd be willing to bet that was way back. Like
that would make more sense.
But I don't know. So that kind of like, and it mentioned it in there, sexual harassment. That's got to fall in those lines somehow because it's no different. Like if you keep flirting with somebody that doesn't want it, I guess. But this breaks it down. So sexual harassment is like if they don't want you to talk to them that way and they warned you and you keep doing it, you're sexual harassing them. I guess that's.
But that's illegal no matter what. That's not a weird law. That's,
right.
That's the
well,
way
it
works.
Seems like this breaks it down even more. Where if you do that the first time you do that and they're not aware that, like, if you walk up behind them and whistle at them,
or tickle them,
I know what you're getting at with that. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't understand how that must be an old.
This is a good one. I left. It worked out perfect for you. I figured you'd enjoy this one.
Okay, well, let's do it. Number 4, in Texas, the possession of more than 6 dildos is prohibited.
So you can't go to Texas.
Fuck. It was either Florida or Texas I was going to.
Well, I guess we're going to Florida.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to make it in Texas.
I can leave some of them here for you.
I would be moving.
You're going too?
I thought we talked about this.
Oh, fuck. Are you bringing Jamie?
No, fuck no.
Now then I better bring the dildos because I'm going to need something to play with on the trip down there.
We're going to get some of them Floridian women.
Texas girls are hot, man. They're beautiful.
But you can only have 6 dildos.
They got them cowboy hat and the Daisy Dukes and the fucking...
If we got a place together, roommates, we could have 12, 6 per person.
Dildos or cowgirls?
Both.
Bring your own dildo. Put that on my list. Yeah. You have to have your own dildo.
Hold on. Adding.
In Texas, the possession of more than 6 dildos is prohibited. A Texas statute known as the Obscene Device Law. We have one loyal listener that can't go to Texas, and we've joked about moving to Texas together, so that's out.
No, she ain't going to be going there now.
Declares it a crime to possess 6 or more obscene devices or identical or smaller obscene articles. I don't know what that means. These infernal devices include dildos. So in Texas, you can legally own more guns and display them in public than you can sex toys, as some dildo-wielding campaigners have pointed out. Well, I go across that fucking border into Texas, I'm going to have 2 of the longest fucking pink dildos just waving them around like a fucking
Put
flag.
one like right on the hood of the roof of the truck.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's one state.
Dos Johnson.
I would, if I moved to Texas, I couldn't joke about this shit.
Well,
them motherfuckers take shit serious down there. They kick you the fuck out.
Apparently they do.
Texas, believe it or not, this is just a coincidence. I'm not making this up. Is our 3rd largest outlet for the show.
Good. So everybody listening in Texas,
if you goes New York, New Jersey, Texas.
If you have more than 6,
Massachusetts.
if you have more than 6 dildos, you better get rid of them.
We got to find. I hope there's a Massachusetts law on here because that's our 4th.
There might be. We'll have to keep going.
Anyway, if you live in Texas, listen to this. Keep your dildos in the drawer.
Yeah.
You cannot be outside waving them around. Like if you're mowing the lawn, don't. Just bring a beer like a normal fucking person. Don't bring your dildo.
Yeah, don't go out there with like a holster for your gun, but dildos instead, because it's not going to be allowed. That's all there is to it.
So this next one, you can read it, but I just noticed it's Nebraska. There's 5 states that keep us from being nationwide. We literally have listeners in every single state except for North Dakota, South Dakota, New Mexico, New Mexico, Montana,
and Nebraska.
Yes. Of course, the one that I bring up, I forget about. Those 5 states, we need one fucking listener in them to be nationwide. We got shit in Iceland, Sweden, Russia, South Korea, of all places. We can't get fucking Nebraska.
We're gonna.
After this law, we're gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna. Number 5, Nebraska. You're going to want to listen to this one, even though nobody's listening in Nebraska, but hypothetically, if they were. You can't get married in Nebraska if either partner has a sexually transmitted disease. Now, what the fuck? That makes no sense. No person who is afflicted with a venereal disease shall marry in this state.
Wait a minute. A venereal disease. That's just vagina.
Yeah.
That's just a female. So this basically means...
Well, maybe it goes on. I didn't...
Okay. Yep. Sorry.
It may,
I
but
fucking jumped right on your train.
You're all right about that, but it says if either has a disease, so I'm assuming it's going to get to the guy. So says the law in Nebraska, cases involving this intrusive statute are rarely enforced, and the law might one day be wiped from the books completely. In January 2020, State Senator Matt Hansen introduced a bill to eliminate the provision altogether, which would allow people to marry without reprisal, even if infected with an STD. So now it didn't go to guys, but that's weird. You can't get married if either partner has a STD, but then it literally says no person who is afflicted with a venereal disease.
Am I thinking that wrong? I'm assuming venereal is a female. It's something to do with female.
I am 100% with you. I don't know.
Penereal would be a... I don't know. I just made that word up, but I like it.
Right on the fly you did, huh?
I did.
I'll tell you this, though. What the fuck's that matter?
I know. Let the fucking people... They already got a bad fucking... bad luck.
Well, kind of making a joke, but not. I mean, let's face it. If they got an STD, chances are their choices are probably limited already as it is. If they found somebody that wants to marry them, let them fucking marry.
Yeah.
They probably don't have much to choose from. And I'm not trying to be too much of a smart ass, but... I mean, I got to be honest. If I ever met somebody and then found out that they had an STD, I'd be like, I'm out. It sounds mean, but you can wear a no. I'm not even going to take a chance.
No, I'm not going to. Right? No, absolutely.
You know, nothing.
One time it fucking.
And
breaks
I'm not saying they're bad people for that either. I don't mean it like that. Just I'm not taking a chance. I want nothing to do with it.
If you fell in love with somebody, and see, this has got me thinking. If I fell in love with somebody. And then they told me, which would be fucked up, but just for the sake of the story, then they told me...
That they didn't tell you from the beginning?
Right.
So now you have
no, say we never slept with you. I guess I don't know how to word this, make this a hypothetical thing, but...
How are you going to fall in love before you sleep with somebody?
You can. I think you can do that. I don't think it's often, but I think you could... Like, how
long do you think it takes to have sex with somebody when you first meet them? Say at
2 or 3 dates. I mean, we went over in the beginning. Sometimes the first date, I guess, is okay, but not always.
So say what? 2 months, just for the sake of the conversation. Then
I'd say a month. I say you probably do 2 dates.
So you're gonna fall in love with somebody in less than a month? How you don't even know who they are in a month?
Oh yeah, I guess.
See what I'm saying? You're gonna have sex with them long before you love them.
Well, there's different situations. So now this, I'm not saying because she listens too, Sarah, but just for instance, like we've known each other for years. We hang out. We're just friends. What if, I'm not saying, I don't want to give her the wrong idea, but I'm using that because it's a perfect example. What if we were just like, over this time, we were like, you know what? You're fucking cool. Let's just be together.
Hook up or whatever.
We just kind of fell in love. Say we just fell in love over the time, but we never hooked up. And then she told me we had it. I feel like I would just be like, well, we just can't have sex then. We'll have to figure out other shit. And I would still be with her.
I wouldn't.
Sex is that much of an, and I'm not picking on you, but sex is that big of a deal to you?
Absolutely. I don't know how it wouldn't be to you. That's a huge part of a relationship.
It is, but I feel
that's a huge emotional connection between two people.
Sex is very important.
You have to have that.
I agree. I just think love is more important. And if I was just genuinely fell in love with somebody. Now, first of all, I shouldn't have used, I don't know, but it was just a perfect example. Sarah doesn't have anything. Me and her and Sarah never slept with each other. We're just friends. But
I get what
you get. What I'm, for the listeners, I don't want them to be, because people can twist shit up.
Yeah.
She listens. I don't want her to think that I said that out there.
But as far as I'm concerned, sex is no different than having like date nights or whatever. Like it's a must to make the relationship work. It's a must.
That's fair. At
least in my book.
Not only do I think that's a fair opinion, but well, not that it matters, it's your opinion, but I also agree with it. But I personally think love is more important. If I was truly in love with somebody, which I don't know if I've ever been, so I don't know what it would, but if I knew it somehow, I think I would be all right with it. Anyway, I just be like, you know what? I'm not going to leave you over that. We'll figure out other shit. I love you too much to to
leave you.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know if I'm looking at it right, but
So anyway, he ends up with drippy dick.
So about as fucking shallow as I usually am. That is about the most unshallow thing I can think.
On to number 6 now.
On to number 6 in North Carolina.
We got a lot of these to do.
In North Carolina, I think Joe listens in North Carolina, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, and he enjoys the show.
It's illegal to live with a partner if the couple is unmarried. North Carolina is luckily they're married. Luckily, they're married. North Carolina is one of 5 states to have an illegal cohabitation law.
Wow, you did good on that.
It slowed me down though. I had to
You
stop.
had to break it up.
I had to think about it. The state's laws of fornication and adultery.
Another one. Son of a
Wait a
bitch.
minute. Now, it said in the title, it is illegal to live with a partner. Now, in the article, it's saying fornication and adultery. So is it live with them is illegal, I'm assuming? Or is it sex? Or is it all of it?
Well, it says the state's law of fornication and adultery state, so it's telling you what the law states. You know what I mean? You didn't finish reading it out.
I did not. Who's this?
If any man and woman not being married to each other shall lewdly and lasciviously associate, bed, and cohabit together, they shall be guilty of a Class 2 misdemeanor. Wow.
I'm thinking right now, shall lewdly, that's to me, that's sex. And then it says after that, bed and cohabitate.
Well, you got to remember sex.
Oh,
anyway.
no, there's a comma there, not an and.
Not only that, though, it's
all illegal.
It's not saying it's illegal to have sex if they're unmarried. They just can't live together, which is stupid, but...
Shall lewdly... Well, it says here, shall lewdly associate. You're associating with people even if you're not... I don't know how to figure these... I think I'm getting too fucking deep into these things.
They're just
Nobody's going to fucking listen to it anyway. I'm sure in North Carolina, they don't give a fuck.
Joe right now, when he
right,
goes,
if he wasn't
he's
married,
gonna be laughing.
they would
he's going to be laughing his ass off.
Joe, let us know what the fuck is going on down there in your goddamn state. Because I was about ready to get out of New York and head down that way, but if I can't get married to my cousin, I ain't... Oh, wait, that was Nebraska or something.
I will tell you this, Joe. If you and the wife ever split, you don't have to worry about getting her out because it's mandatory. One of you got to go. Because if you get a divorce, you can't live together. Yeah,
right.
it's the law. You don't want to break the law.
So don't fuck up, Joe. Keep her around, or she's out.
Yeah,
or you're out.
Yeah, one or the other. I've seen the size of his garage. He'll be going right to the fucking garage.
I would. I would do the same here.
That's a hell of a garage.
I'd put a little funnel in the wall so I could pee. I'd be good.
He's got a big, beautiful house from the pictures I've seen, but the garage is probably triple the size it looks like.
I did see those pictures.
Oh, my God.
Nice. Beautiful.
It's real nice.
Number 7, many U.S. states still have laws against adultery and fornication. Many countries... Many countries, such as the United Kingdom, no longer consider adultery a criminal offense, although it can still be used as grounds for divorce. The same can't be said for many states in the U.S., where 18 states make sexual acts illegal if at least one of the people involved already married. In Idaho, for example, an adulterer could face a fine of up to $1,000 or 3 years in jail.
Damn.
Now, this is ridiculous because we've talked about it on the podcast. You brought it up. I brought it up. We explained to people on the show what had happened with me in different situations with girls. This is saying if I slept with somebody that was married, I could go to jail for up to 3 years. I didn't know she was married.
No, I don't think that's you. I think it would be her that would do it because she's the one married, not you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and she's the only one that could know. How the fuck am I supposed to know?
You're not committing adultery. You're not even married. That's only
right. Okay.
It would have to be her because she's the one that's married.
Yep, that seems simple.
I mean, you might get a black eye or something out of it, a broken nose or
better
something.
Better than 3 years.
Well, yeah.
And $1,000.
But yeah, no, I think it's only going to apply to the person that's married. Now, obviously, if you were both married, then yeah, you're both guilty.
Sure. Well, in that case, I shouldn't have been doing it. Well, but I guess when my thing is, if I didn't know she was married and she came over here, I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. So I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. She is the only one that knew. So I get that was a pretty easy one.
First red flag is that she was even interested in you. You should have known right then and there.
That's right. 6 states: Idaho, Illinois, Massachusetts. There's our Massachusetts people. Mississippi, South Carolina, and Utah still have fornication laws, which basically decrees all forms of non-marital sex illegal. Wait a minute. But these laws are rarely enforced.
I feel like none of these are enforced. But
all forms of non-marital sex illegal. So this ain't even about adultery so much as it is just sex.
Well, in those 6 states, it's not apparently. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah, and them. All right.
So, okay. I don't know. Fucked up. This is funny, though.
I know. Some of these are
fucked up, but it's still funny. In South Carolina, a false promise of marriage can land you in jail. Oh, boy, this is a good one.
I guess I am going to North Carolina after all.
Promising someone you'll marry them with no intention of following through is a low move. But getting sent to prison for
All
doing
right,
so...
now why does it got to be so fucking personal?
Yeah. Making it really hit
I know,
home, I
low
guess.
move. Way to be fucking negative. Let me explain myself.
Hit me below the fucking belt. But getting sent to prison for doing so seems a bit harsh. That's how it is in South Carolina, where seduction under promise of marriage is a misdemeanor, punishable with a fine or imprisonment for up to a year.
I can actually see that.
How are they going to prove that? What if I was like, hey, you know what? I want to get married. I love you. And then, obviously you don't get married right away. It's typically what, a year, 2 years, depending on financial situation, whatever.
Right. What if
that time frame she cheated, or even I did, or whatever, and now the marriage ain't going to work out, though? It's like, no, we intended to get married, but life changed. She found somebody better. I don't want to marry her anymore. I'm not going to fucking jail for a year. I didn't do anything wrong.
So I think the difference is, like this said, a promise of marriage, a false, knowing when you ask somebody to marry you.
I'd never admit to it.
But and that was what I was going to say. How are you going to prove that?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. But I meant it. Okay.
I had full
nothing we can do. Our hands are tied.
I had full intentions to marry her.
And the cop would go, yep, well, that's my hands are tied.
What are you going to do?
I got to go.
That's why some of these are so funny, though. It's like, how are you going to enforce them?
Yeah. But that is a low fucking move. I mean, just morally, maybe legally, I don't agree with it. Morally, probably not something you should do to people if you don't intend to I don't know. It's like guys telling girls they love them, so they sleep with them, and they don't actually. You know what I mean? It's kind of a low.
No, that makes sense. You got to do what you got to do. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
For your moral bad.
You ain't got no fucking morals.
Number 9. Don't teach anyone about polygamy in Mississippi. If do we have listeners in Mississippi? I think so. If you want to explain to someone what polygamy is all about, it's best not to do it in Mississippi. It's illegal in the state to teach another the doctrines, principles, or tenets of any of them of polygamy, Doing so could result in a $500 fine and up to 6 months in jail. So you can't even have the... Wait, what is polygamy?
Isn't that something
monogamy?
Isn't that something to do with the Amish?
This is Mississippi, not Pennsylvania, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Polygamy.
I'm just being sarcastic because typically you hear about that in the Amish communities.
This is getting tougher to do all this because since during the break I added some of that rum chata to my coffee, so we're kind of it's getting.
How is it? Tasting good?
Yes, very good. And that thing you said about the root beer, put that in root beer, it tastes like a root beer float. I can see that tasting exactly like that.
I bet it would be real good.
Oh, polygram.
What the fuck are you looking up over there?
Wrong. It must have
not
polygamy.
Octagon, you fucking dummy.
The practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. Oh, well, that's all right.
And that's typically, and you see a lot of the. And I'm not being, not sensitive raised, but you typically hear and see about that in the Amish communities, though.
Yeah,
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Yeah, actually, I've heard that too. I don't know a whole lot.
They
about
do it
that.
a lot for some reason.
Well, they don't have a whole lot to pick from.
The husband is allowed to have 6 different wives and shit, and
it's not like they can grab fucking Amber from down the road. And, you know what I mean? Unless she doesn't want electricity.
But
Number 10, don't flaunt your booby pillows in Kern County, California. At least not near the highway.
Booby pillows. I like that.
I don't know what that is.
I'm going to start. It's got to be tits.
Why wouldn't they just say boobs?
Well,
let's read into it.
Maybe
the lawmakers of Kern County, California, have a real issue with the public sale of articles depicting female breasts. I get me. All right. In particular, they abhor ABHOR. This fucking article in their vocabulary is killing me. I'm usually good at that. The sale of stuffed objects known as booby pillows. Oh, this is fucking specific. You can show your tits to a fucking truck driver on a bridge by the highway, but if you got a pillow with your tits on it, don't fucking think about it in Kern County, California. According to the law, the sale of booby pillows along public highways, the sale of booby pictures, booby things, or whatever the fuck, is
say booby pillows 3 times fast.
Jesus, is a species of indecency and vulgarity which cannot be ignored or controlled by passerby. Vendors can't sell or even display booby pillows within 1,000 feet of a highway. Doing so could earn them a $500 fine or 90 days in jail. Well, that's a lot more. I agree with 90 days in jail, except for some of these are like if you live with somebody you're not married with, you get 5 years in jail. Like, holy fuck, guy, relax.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid.
All right, so that's 10 on that one. We got 11 on this next one to make 21. 11 weirdest
Anniston,
sex laws in
Alabama.
America.
If a woman loses a game of pool, it is illegal for her to settle her tab with sex. Well, I'm not playing pool in Alabama then.
I'm done. I don't
What's
play.
the sense in even playing?
That's right. Yep, I don't like it.
That's horseshit.
Here we go, Pennsylvania. Let's see. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It is illegal to have sex with a truck driver in a toll booth. So that's why I quit. That's why I quit. We started doing more work in Pennsylvania, and it was pissing me to fuck off.
Yep.
So, and I follow the rules. I follow the fucking law. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to do it.
Well, you were until you got to Harrisburg and found out it was illegal.
What I will tell you, I found out through driving truck back when there was toll booths and back when I was good looking. There was, I pulled up to a toll booth one time and there was two girls working in it, and the one girl yelled, "I need dimes." And the other girl came out, looked at me, and agreed with her, and then went back to her work. I'm pulling away. I never fucking dawned on me until I'm driving. I'm like, what the fuck? She never gave her dimes, nothing. They all looking at me. Come to find out, that's when somebody hot pulls up to a toll booth, if it's a girl, you say, "I need dimes," to the other girl. It's like a code word. In other words, what I'm fucking getting at. I'm just going around the fucking bush.
I know. I spit it out.
You probably understood it the first 3 seconds into it. But anyways, so if anybody works at a toll booth or has heard of that thing, I want to hear about if I'm right about that, because I never know for certain, but I think that's what I
There ain't
figured
even
out.
toll booths anymore, at least not around here.
Oh, that's
Maybe.
true. So ain't nobody really work at toll booths anymore. Massachusetts gone.
Cottonwood, Arizona. Couples having sex in a vehicle with flat wheels will be fined. The fine will be doubled if the sex occurs in the back seat. That's pretty shitty, considering the fact that they got flat wheels is already a problem, and then you're going to fine them on top of it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's like a double whammy.
Always some issue with rubber. You know what I mean? One way or another.
Always the rubber.
They're fucking lucky I got wheels at all.
It's always leaking one way or the other, right?
Lucky there's any goddamn tires. Number 4, Newcastle, Wyoming. Couples are banned from having sex while standing inside a store's walk-in meat freezer.
Boy, that's just horse shit.
Boy, they fucking nailed that right down to the exact detail, didn't they?
Well, they didn't give us the temperature of the freezer, but
I'm gonna call my next girlfriend the meat freezer. I think that's a good nickname. I'm not gonna tell her that though.
Yeah, she won't know, but
it'll be like this fucking
no, you
podcast.
actually do it right. The walk-in meat freezer.
Yeah. Well, she's bigger.
Yeah.
She's bigger.
Tremonton, Utah. No woman is allowed to have sex with a man while riding in an ambulance. In addition to normal charges, the woman's name will be published in the local newspaper. Discrimination? Anyone? That's fucking...
Oh, and they got woman, the word woman in italics, so that's mainly...
They're gonna... Well, it says no woman is allowed to have sex with a man. So is the man allowed to have sex with a woman? If that's the case, the man had sex with her. She didn't have sex with him.
Is she unconscious, or are we talking about two ambulance drivers having
She'll
sex
have to
in
be
the ambulance?
unconscious, so she
or
can
are we
say
talking about...
she knew nothing about it, which in which case is rape for the man, but...
Right. But
at least the woman's
you're
name,
not gonna...
her name won't be in the paper.
Right. We're doing this for her.
Yeah,
that's what it is. We're trying to keep her fucking name. I'll go to jail for 20 years for
and we're
rape.
not going to do lights and sirens either, because we don't want to draw any, any unnecessary attention.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you're already breaking the law by the sound, so you don't want to make it worse.
Oblong, Illinois is punishable by law to have sex while hunting or fishing on your wedding day.
Oh, fuck you.
I know it.
When you imagine marrying your fucking cousin, you can't even have sex while you're fishing or hunting?
That's the fucking law, bud.
You just got married.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's bullshit.
Do you remember that there used to be a video back before like Pornhub and all these sites, and you had to search for it? It was back around the time of like 2 Girls, 1 Cup and all
nasty.
them fucking
So
weird
gross.
shit. They all came out. Well, they had one, this guy and this girl were bear hunting. I probably sent it to you. You've probably seen it.
I'm sure.
She was fucking smoking hot. Smoke show. And they're out hunting. They shot a bear. You see it come falling down off the tree. Then the fucking scene goes black and comes back up. She's over top of the fucking bear, like the back of a couch, and he's fucking hammered, just rearranging guts.
That was probably like on their bucket list.
Holy shit, it must be. Get a bear and then fuck
You
me.
imagine if that bear ever woke up?
Yeah,
tricked you.
I could almost see her lower back breaking.
Oh my God. Anyway, Bozeman, Montana. All sexual activity between...
Wait. She
wait.
was fucking hot.
Smoke show.
That's how hot. All right, I just want to make sure we all understood how hot she was.
All right. Bozeman, Montana. Wait. How hot was she?
Listen, I never rate 10s. I would say she's a good 3 3/4 to a 10.
Really?
Now
that's extremely high considering. Did you see all of her? Were her toenails,
I literally just
painted
going
the
to
wrong
say
color?
that. It was not winter, but it was cold enough that they had like a thicker, like a little bit thicker than this, almost like our Ariat jackets, but maybe even thicker. and hunting pants. So they weren't tight. They were a little loose. So I don't know
So you
what's
couldn't
under
get
there.
the-
And maybe that's why she's so hot. Because truth be told, sometimes I find girls hotter dressed than undressed.
Yeah, because you can make them whatever
Right,
you want.
and it
you
makes
can
my
make them your
fucking-
perfect girl.
Exactly. So, but I'm going to say a solid 9.75 to 10.
Wow.
Yep.
That's high for you.
She was we'll find it
I'm
afterwards.
going to have to see it now to believe
Actually,
it.
while you're reading this.
Because that's high for you. Anyway.
Maybe, and I was younger, though. This was probably 10, 15 years ago, so maybe she's not anymore.
Well, you don't change, so. Bozeman, Montana. All sexual activity between members of the opposite sex in the front yard of a home after sundown is illegal if they're nude. Well, fuck, just leave your pants around your ankles or something then. Simple. These are so easy to get around. Shit.
This ain't going to be easy because in 15 years, a lot has changed. I just typed in girl fucks on bear. You wouldn't there's some fucked up people.
I'll tell you right now, I want to work at Google.
Yeah, to see that. Right. This is what we were talking about in the last episode.
I know.
If anybody ever looked at my fucking search history on here for this podcast,
They'd probably arrest you.
Yes. Girl fucks on bear. I've probably looked up things like duct tape, rope, and shit. Some fucking article and I wanted to learn more about it. Oh, yeah.
Shitting all over the place and fuck. I mean, just ungodly stuff.
If there's somebody watching, or if I ever die, well, listen, if I ever die, you know my password. Get up to this fucking
Get
house
rid of it.
and delete all this shit on this fucking computer because they're gonna. I don't want people to know that
fucker's going right in the river.
Listen, here's what comes up: girl fucks teddy bear porn video, grizzly bear fucks woman, pet bear fucks girl. I mean, it's some.
We'll find it after.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I can't.
Connorsville, Wisconsin, against the law for a man to shoot off a gun.
Found it.
When his female partner has an orgasm.
Found it. Let's see if we get the volume high enough.
Turn that towards me a little.
Oh, no.
Go back. It'll come back up.
Okay. Jesus. You're fucking professional. Oh, that ain't it. We're all fucked up.
You got to
here.
go all the way like back. It's like all the fucking...
Oh, my God. It went like... Oh, we're going to end up with fucking viruses. I can see.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Oh, here it is.
There
it's
it
playing,
is.
but it's look how old it is. It's all blurry. So they already shot the bear. It's on the ground. The dogs are like trying to pull at it and shit. Now watch, it'll just switch to the scene. Here's the dogs.
No, that's her. She's not that hot.
I don't know if they can hear it.
I can hear it in the headphones, so.
Them dogs are getting right into it.
Yeah, she's really getting it.
Well, this one, you can't even tell how hot she is. And this one, it's so blurry.
She doesn't sound hot, I tell you that. I don't like her
was just
voice.
going to say, I think she does. The southern accent's hot to me.
Other kind of rush. That adrenaline rush kind of sparks it.
This was taken on a Nokia. I can tell you, flip phone.
A fucking, yep.
Down here.
Oh, there's someone in.
He's getting right to it. Let's go right. It's fucking fit. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? No sound for the people? What'd I do?
Well, you had to... Oh, she is cute, ain't she?
Oh, the sound must stop. Must stop.
Why would they do that?
Oh, it's going there. It just stops the fucking part that I wanted the people to hear, so they knew that she was getting... Now they're cutting the bear up.
Oh, now he's...
Well, anyway, we get the idea. But they fuck on a bear.
We'll put the link in the description. You guys can check it out for yourself.
I bet you a lot of people have actually heard that. That was a pretty big one. Oh my God, look what we got on here. Fucking just... I should have left that.
That fucking thing's smoking right now.
I should have left that up.
Oh my goodness.
For later.
The fucking thing. You'll be sleeping later.
Look, I lost this. You got to do the next one because I got to get this back up.
Connorsville, Wisconsin. It's against the law for a man to shoot off a gun when his female partner has an orgasm.
Wait, what number was that?
That's number 8.
Number 8, Connorsville. It's against the law. Okay. Yeah, that's... How the fuck? Chris, half of them fake it anyway.
Yeah.
He's
going to shoot off a lot. He's going to be shooting off a lot of rounds.
I would bring a cap gun and try it. Then we could both fucking
see you with
fake it.
Your little cowboy hat and your little...
My things on the back of my
smoke
boots
coming out.
I come
you gotta
in.
be careful. You know,
Ching,
sometimes you
ching
shoot
on the
them
floor.
and the little sparks burn you. You know, just be careful.
Oh my God! That one sound that I was going to put on here that I didn't, where it says "Don't be so fragile."
Oh my
I
God.
fucking wish I had that on there.
You should have put it on there.
Oh God!
Oh, this one's for you, number 9. You're
Number
not
9,
going,
Utah.
You can't go to Utah.
Sex with an animal, unless performed.
Oh my.
Unless it's performed for profit. I'll just have to sell it.
Wow.
Is not considered sodomy and therefore is legal.
What the fuck?
Sex with an animal is legal unless... So basically it's prostitution. It falls in the same line as you can't have sex with somebody for money.
So I stand corrected. You can go to Utah.
Yep. I just can't sell the videos or pay the goat.
No, it says you can. That's exactly it.
Unless performed for profit.
Oh, yeah. Is not considered.
So I just can't.
Donations.
I'll just have to... The goat,
You're not selling it. People
the goat will just have to like me, is all it is, and I can't pay him.
Okay. Him.
Jesus, I'm getting so used to saying this. It's almost like it's going to sound believable.
You're believing it yourself.
Yeah, right. You know, if you say the same lie too much, you start to fucking believe it.
Is it really a lie, though?
I don't know anymore. I'm losing track.
I can't even tell you if I like fucking guys or girls anymore.
Goats, I'm talking about.
Yeah, goats. I don't even know. Oxford, Ohio. Illegal for a woman to strip off her clothing while standing in front of a man's picture.
How the fuck are they going to know?
What's the guy going to tell in the picture?
Yeah. I mean, how in the fuck?
That's some of these are so weird. They could never... That's why I thought it was interesting, though.
There ain't much of a market for Snapchat in Ohio, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 11, Minnesota, and the final one. It is illegal for any man to have sexual intercourse with a live fish. Ladies, apparently you're in the clear.
Well,
we're concerned about the smell.
That couldn't have worked out better.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It is illegal for any man to have sexual intercourse with a live fish.
So just kill it first.
It is illegal for any man to have sexual intercourse with a live fish. Ladies, apparently you're in the clear. Why would they bring ladies into it? It has nothing to do with ladies. I don't understand.
They're worried about the smell.
Must be the smell.
We're concerned about the smell.
See?
That is 21 weird sex laws.
Hope you guys enjoyed them as much as we did, because they are ridiculous.
That was a blast. I have fun at them.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Look at this thing. This happened before. I scroll the wrong way, and next thing you know.
Anyway, now let's get into what everybody wants. What everybody's probably been waiting for.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna kind of be tough to follow those 21 laws with this. But the last episode we talked about the 18 things that the 18 things that guys
secretly dying for you to do in bed or whatever.
And we kind of just let them know. You know, we were talking about whether that's true or not.
And
for
it's
us.
two guys, so it was more of. They were saying what guys want, so it was easier for us to go along and be like, yeah, I would agree with that. I would like that.
We were just agreeing or disagreeing and telling why. I'm sure people listen, and some of the guys listening were thinking, whether they wanted to do this or that or whatever the fuck we brought up.
However,
now, today, on the sex segment, 20 things every girl likes in bed.
So this is now the girl's perspective.
Penetration. And allow the orgasm to happen.
I want to fuck.
Penetration.
You're in more dire need of a blowjob than any white man in history.
If I had to choose between oral sex and birthday cake, oral sex would always win.
She's never had my mother's Jell-O cake.
The maximum
or them little
amount
meatballs
of pleasure.
I always see like a car chase.
I'm picturing Ron Jeremy walking in right now.
I see like a 1975 movie where the cop comes around the car, the old fucking Caprice, and the hubcap flies off.
I got the pimp with his cup and his cane and shit.
Yep, the cop with one fucking light that he reaches out the window and puts on the top, magnets on the top. Old friggin' Skarsky and Hutch or whatever the fuck their name is. 20 things every girl likes in bed, and I think it's important to do this. And this, oh Christ, all them 21 things, them laws were pretty much sex segment right there. I didn't know they were all about sex until we got done.
But we had to do this one.
Oh, we have to, right? Because we did the other way.
Basically, guy version last week.
Right. So, 20 things every girl likes in bed. Guys that are listening, you could, whether you agree or not, think about it to yourselves. Yeah. I guess we're going to have to explain it, but mainly for the girls listening, is this stuff true?
Yeah, email us. Let us know.
And send pictures. Kisses.
Or it never happened.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Kisses on the neck is number one. Do girls like that? I'm sure they do. Hell, I even fucking like that sometimes.
Is it specific? Does it have to be the neck or their other body? Because I would imagine they like it anywhere. And I'm not.
I know what you're saying. You're not just talking about oral, just like the stomach or whatever,
and
shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. That one I 100% agree with. I'm sure every girl listening doesn't.
Exactly.
What are they going to say? Don't fucking kiss me?
So they said kisses on the neck, but I feel like that could be more broad.
I think some girls don't like to kiss on the lips, but they'll like this is not as bad to them as kissing on the lips.
True. That's true. I would agree with that.
which should probably be the first red flag that they are married. See, there's things that I'm just too stupid to notice.
What do you think? Because it's too intimate if you're kissing on the lips?
I don't know. I wonder. Like, if I was with a girl and I was with one, and she's like, I don't like to kiss. That's bullshit. But then that was one that I found out later on.
You wouldn't want to kiss her where her mouth's been.
Oh, don't fucking say. Oh, God.
There you go.
Well, anyway. There's alcohol in this coffee. I'm sure it's burning it off.
What's that bump on your fucking lip for?
I ain't got no fucking bump, and I got the paperwork to prove it. Kissing,
I ain't got no fucking bump, he says.
Kissing is a pretty intimate thing and allows a deeper communication. Women want when a man is what did I do here? Did I read that wrong? Women
they
want
fucked it up.
When a man is kissing their bodies totally, especially her erogenous zones such as the neck, ears, neck, nipples.
They're sensitive.
I think that, yep.
Yeah, they're the sensitive spots, I believe.
I won't do it, but
inner
I could almost see like
I think the inner thigh is a good one.
Feet. I'm not into that, but I could see that being one because it's a little sensitive, almost ticklish kind of. I get that. Every girl wants to be kissed in the back of the neck, then gently the man's tongue to play with her skin. In combination with kisses on the neck must be included the kisses of the ears, okay? The treatment of this area for every girl will bring great pleasure in bed. It is well known that whispering causes the passions to flare up. So you can make I don't know how deep we want to get in this, but
are you gonna lick the fucking microphone right now?
No, but I'll here. Come here. I'm gonna show you.
No,
if you lick a girl's ear or a spot on their body, and I had a girl do this to me, and then you like lightly blow on it, it's cold. Basically, that's why your body sweats. It makes your skin wet so that the breeze makes it feel cooler. So, like on the ear, once it's wet from you kissing it or licking it or whatever you're doing, then blow on it a little bit. Try it on Jamie. She'll know right where it came from.
Yeah, you.
yeah. She probably misses it.
She'll be like, oh, I remember this.
Oh God.
See, you were at Wes's today. He taught you his little trick, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's about the only thing he's good at, so he can have it. Play with her hair. I don't know if they like it or not. I could tell you, this one doesn't make sense to me. And again, obviously, not being a girl.
I think you got to read it because I'm reading. I think it'll make fun.
Well, I'm gonna.
It'll make sense.
I'm gonna, but just right from that alone, I'm like, But let's read it and see what it says. Why
it'll make sense to you in the first sentence.
Many girls admit they like when a man gently pulls their hair during sex. The fact is that stimulating the nerves in the skin of the head can be very pleasant. On the other hand, playing with hair strands or combing can help you get closer and have a higher degree of confidence, according to researchers at the University of New Hampshire. Now, that's where I was going with it more.
Okay.
I was thinking more of like...
Yeah, I'm not going to brush your hair while
grooming.
we're fucking.
I'm not going to like fucking pet you like an animal, you know?
Right. But like a little pulling, I think they all pretty much
I got to be honest, I enjoy that.
There's probably some girls that don't, though.
Yeah.
Maybe there's girls that don't like kissing. I feel like they would like the kissing, the neck thing better. That there's probably more girls that like that than, I don't know, let us know.
This would have been a good one. We should have had a female guest here today to do this with us.
I know it. Maybe we'll bring this exact one back up and have our female guest talk.
We should keep this one.
Yeah, we'll keep this on the thing.
Touch back on it.
Yep, because it'll make sense to go over it again with her.
It'll just be better to have them here and basically get her point of view right here on the spot.
Number 3, play with her breasts. And that's pretty simple.
That's a big one.
I think. Yeah, talk to your girl about how you can play with her breasts. Some women do not like to treat them roughly, while others will enjoy even bites. So I think my opinion is all girls like when you play with their tits, but it's how you do it. Some girls like it rough, some girls don't. So that I think is the part that differs. Oh, they got pictures with this.
Don't forget her buttocks. Can't forget that.
Boy,
I'm an ass guy, so I can't.
Me too.
You can't forget that.
Me too.
Believe it or not, women adore when they are grasped for their buttocks during sex. Start by gently kissing along the spine and then fingering over the background until you reach the tall spray. Then stop. That'll make her crazy.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't.
Whacking his penis on his bedpost.
Yeah, or my head right now after reading that.
Shit. Yeah.
Start by gently kissing along the spine and then fingering over the background until you reach the tail spray. I said tall, I think.
But still.
But either way.
What the fuck? Tail spray doesn't make any sense to me
Then
either.
stop. That'll make her crazy. Is that
then
like
stop.
Your,
I don't know. I can't follow directions.
Is that like the tailbone? Tail spray?
What's that? I don't know. Maybe they're like talk to text or something and it's coming out like this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck that. What's that TikTok? Something about the assignment.
Oh, I misunderstood the assignment.
Yeah, that's what happened here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I'm starting to think, I joke around and stuff, but I'm starting to think I'm not too bad in bed. Because pretty much all this shit, like, I don't know about this tail spray and background bullshit.
Pretty inexperienced by the sounds.
Like, yeah.
Everybody knows what tail spray is.
Guys, let us know what fucking tail spray is.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's a squirter.
Yeah.
Wish I had that. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of this stuff is pretty, no, you know, that's what you do. Like kissing down the spine or whatever and holding onto her ass. I mean, well, fuck. So maybe I should stop joking around.
Tickle the taint.
Fucking ain't gonna.
Find the tail spray. And
I ain't going to stop joking around. Look at this picture for number 6 before we get to 5. Look, I thought that was a fish. I thought the guy had a golden fish in his fucking...
At a quick glance, it does look like that.
Number 5, stimulate the G-point. Although it is unclear if the G-point exists, they don't even fucking get this right. It's Spot, you stupid fucks. Who is this? PandaGossips.com, you fucking dummies. Although it is unclear if the listen to this fucking wording.
Getting all worked up.
Oh, it's horrible.
You can't.
Well, you know what's happened?
37 fucking years you ain't found the G spot, but you're worried because they called it a G point on here.
Well,
How about you worry about finding it before you worry about it?
It's confusing enough to find the spot. Now they're adding a fucking point. I don't know what the fuck.
Maybe there's different. Maybe you've been looking for the wrong thing all this time. You should be looking for the G point, not the G spot.
The fucking rum chata's kicking in is what's going on.
Yeah,
Although it is unclear if the G point exists, nothing prevents you from looking for it. It's like an adventure.
Yeah.
We're going on an adventure
like
today.
Dora the Explorer.
If it is,
I wish I could remember that song.
It is located on the upper wall of the vagina, and it is best to stimulate with your fingers. G points your spot. I already don't agree with it. I don't think girls will either. This is our opinions of what we think girls, right? Is that what we're doing? What we think girls,
yeah, I guess.
believe it or not? I'm going to say girls don't. I don't think the G-spot is always in that spot.
What do you think? It just moves depending on their mood or something?
I don't know. I think some girls are sensitive in different spots. Because I've been with girls that, like, on the bottom, on the top, you know, it's different. Unless that's not their G-spot. Maybe that's just where they like it, but that's... I don't know. This G-spot thing has been like 100 years of people searching for this fucking thing.
It's like a unfound treasure.
I haven't found the spot yet. Now I got to look for a fucking point.
Well, if you'd read the rest of it, they might tell you.
We're gonna. And it is best to stimulate it with your fingers. G-points respond to a slower, deeper, and firmer touch. Unlike the clitoris, which needs some gentle treatment during sex, the best pose for finding the G-point is the one in which a woman is up. Good luck with the search, and do not despair if you cannot find it. Sex is beautiful with and without G-points. I haven't despaired. I'm still on the fucking hunt. I ain't giving up till I find it, too.
Get out the map.
If I'm wrong about this and the G-spot is in the same spot, send us pictures of that so we know where. Like a map.
It's strictly for factual research or whatever. It's, you know.
Absolutely. I will not post them, but I'm going to start an email group. If anybody wants to join that, we'll just start sending these fucking pictures around.
Yeah, we'll pay. Yeah, absolutely.
Mainly just to get people's input and see what if they were right.
And we want everybody to understand what we're talking about. And it'll be a close group, obviously.
Oh, sure.
We're not going to put it on YouTube for everybody to see.
No. It's only, I mean, we're up to 4,500 listeners a month now, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that many people.
I'll tell you, it's a lot less than Pornhub if you put it on Pornhub.
Yeah, exactly. Although Pornhub pays better because we're not going to pay you.
That's right.
But
because it's illegal in fucking South Carolina.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
fucking a fish or something.
Exactly. We can't be paying. Anyway, long foreplay is number 6.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I had something on my notes just to bring up that before this even, but it goes great with that number 5 question.
What is it?
What do you think girls prefer? I'm going to assume every girl is different. But ladies, what do you prefer? Clitoral stimulation or the G-spot? Like, would you rather have penetration or how do you get there? I bet that's kind of a tough one.
They're both sensitive, I guarantee.
I bet you it's different for all of them. I bet you I would have to go with most girls with the clit. I think that's how it goes with that.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
I don't really know. I don't really know.
Guess.
That'd be a hard one. No pun intended. When it comes to foreplay, there is one rule. The longer, the better. Well, I'm out.
Same.
Yep. I ain't got nothing long. Foreplay, dick, nothing. This way, the woman will relax and reach the necessary mood for the further development of events. Couples usually start immediately with the main action, and while it works quite well, it's only about raw passion. The seduction should last longer. Women like when men reveal the female body slowly with their hands and with their eyes. For men, there are 2 types of foreplay: to be touched and touch. But most men forget that the most significant erotic zone for a woman is her mind. Now that's getting too deep for me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to fuck her brain.
Oh, God. That sounds so rough.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little. I mean, that's Christ. Anybody likes long foreplay, really. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last. Always. Sometimes you just give the fuck up. But I mean, that seems pretty obvious.
Builds up the tension.
All girls like that. Maybe there's a handful that don't. Number 7, take off her clothes slowly. That's not foreplay, as far as I'm concerned.
I'll tell you right now, if that foreplay gets going too, I'm telling you right now, I'm ripping them son of a bitches off.
Well, here's the difference. I think if you're planning on a foreplay session, I think slowly taking the clothes off works. This is what I think girls want. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think sometimes it's just as important for girls to just put her over the fucking coffee table and hammer. I mean, I don't know if those words exactly.
Hammer. Take her right to Pound Town.
Take her to Pound Town on the fucking something or other.
On the fucking Cock Express.
Something like that.
This girl's hot. Ooh. She looks good.
Lordy. She's got to be, because she's got him in matching underwear, and there's only you got to be.
It's got her face.
You got to
on
be
it,
an 8 or above to get a guy to wear the same fucking outfit for you.
You got to be damn near a fucking unicorn.
Oh my god. Is this yours or mine? I can't remember what. Take
yours. Off her clothes slowly.
That's the one I did.
Yeah, you're supposed to be.
You're on. I did that one. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't read it. Too often couples are in a hurry to go to the main course, although this may work great because it is a patch. I'm done with that one already. That falls right on the other thing. Just take your time, basically.
Every girl likes to play sexy roles in bed. We're not talking.
Is that true? I don't. This is a good one. I'd like to.
I don't know.
Out.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm not really sure. We are not talking here about the odd roles we had in school, but about the new level of sexy things. For example, gladiators, cops, etc. You get the point. Women usually like men in uniform. You should try wearing some uniform to excite your girl more. Also, women like playing roles in the bedroom. For example, she can play a bad high school girl, and the man can be the teacher who punishes her because she did not do the task. Playing another role can be liberating and allow the couples to release all the brakes and feel the pleasures that in their skin may not be possible.
This has got to be drawn out, because I feel like if you just throw on a costume and then run to the bedroom and start with the foreplay.
What was the sense? If you saw it for like 5 minutes, you didn't even like enjoy it.
It's kind of goes along with what I was talking about with lingerie. Like, you can't just go to put the lingerie on, come out in the living room and be like, come in and fuck me. Because it's like, why'd you even bother? Why don't you just come out naked then?
Exactly.
Because I obviously know you're not a fucking schoolgirl or whatever the fuck they suggested. So it's like, we're gonna have to draw.
Well, in that case, you would.
I guess this is not about me though. This is about them.
Exactly.
And I forget that.
That's what it's saying. It's saying women enjoy that,
and I can see that. I guess because I feel like women are more mental in bed. We're more physical. So I get that.
Typically, the girls try to dress me up to be somebody I'm not. I don't understand it, why they do that. They totally try to change me.
That's kind of comes along with a fucking bestiality, doesn't it?
Like, I
don't know where they get a rhino costume.
Try to make me fucking skinnier, make me better looking, bigger dick. I'm like, what? Why don't you just go fucking find that guy down there?
That explains a lot. Last time I was down there was a fucking hippopotamus suit in your closet.
Yeah. It is what it is, bud.
Number 9, oral sex. Women love when men satisfy them. See, here we go again. And it makes me think I can't read.
Should be orally.
Yep. Women love when men satisfy them oral, especially if he does it before she returns the favor. I enjoy doing it, so this is no problem. Well, this ain't about me. Now, I will say right off the bat, not all girls like oral sex.
Really?
Some girls don't. I don't know what it is, if it just doesn't.
Maybe they never had the right.
Well, there's different levels.
Never had the right person do it.
I think that's true.
So they've never enjoyed it.
I think there's different levels. They like it. They don't like it, and I think in the middle of that is there's the people that are like still a little shy about it, especially like in mid-20s or whatever. Some girls are. They're just kind of shy about it. This makes women unbelievably relaxed and gives them a stronger orgasm. After this type of orgasm, men can do what he wants in bed with his woman. Women love the feeling of man's
Tie her up
tongue
and go fishing
in them. Knowing that he wants to taste them is incredibly excited for them. Boy, I hope my mom doesn't listen to this shit anymore. She did. She used to listen in the beginning. And then, you know what's the worst part of it is? I was just thinking to myself, well, fuck it, she's done it. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, don't think like that. Jesus Christ.
No, now you fucking
ruined it.
You just went too far.
I doubled down on it.
Now you just went too far.
Well, I can do that with the rest of the guests. It's like, oh, the rest of the guests, they have sex. They know all about this. And then I was thinking I'm like, oh, fuck.
All right, on to the next.
Yeah, go on to number 10.
Number 10, stimulate the clitoris. Holy fuck. Sit over there and drink your rum. Don't drink any more of that rum chata. Research shows
what states were incest illegal?
Huh?
What states were incest
all
illegal?
Of them.
Good.
Research shows about 75% of women never achieve orgasm with penetration alone, which means a woman needs the stimulation of the clitoris. Some prefer oral sex, some prefer finger stimulation, and some use sex toys. It's not all about penetration. Remember that and accept the work down there. It's very simple. Stimulating the clitoris is the best way to please your girl sexually.
All right, now I'm going to break this down. When I brought that up in my mind, I brought up...
So maybe that's why they say size don't matter, because they're like, they don't give a shit. They need something more anyway.
Maybe. Just remember, if a girl says that you're fine, that means she's had bigger. So just remember that.
They probably all had bigger.
Just remember that, King.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's probably not an issue with you. You kind of just go into it knowing you're the little one.
You just learn to live with it. I'm the little engine that could.
I guess when I first thought this, when I brought that up for question 5, I was thinking more along like foreplay. So like with fingers, like if they did it, you know what I mean? So it'd be like interior or exterior, like buying lumber.
Hey, do you want the premium stuff or do you want the rough cut?
They're both about as expensive, especially if you get treated. That's more what I was going with. I'm still confused about that one, and we're gonna ask our guest about that. That's what we're gonna do. This is a specific one because I want to know. Well, it ain't gonna matter because maybe she likes it that way and somebody else doesn't.
I feel like, where they're saying with this, where they need more than just penetration to basically be satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could agree with that, but then the other side of it, I'm thinking, if there was like enough passion there or whatever, or they were in love or so attracted to their partner, that wouldn't maybe, like just penetration would be enough, I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know what I mean?
You're going with that mental thing.
Well, they're just so attracted to them.
Spiritual or whatever.
Yeah, they're just really attracted to them, real close, intimate, passionate, whatever. Maybe it would turn them on enough that they don't need anything else. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I think it comes down to that too with women. Well, and men too, but in women, I think if they're in love with you and they're attracted to you, the sex doesn't. I mean, I'm sure they want good sex, but I'm sure they can kind of like compromise a little bit.
They'll just do it themselves after you go to work.
Fuck, you've been with Jamie for 20 years.
After you go to work, just take care of themselves.
Sure. Or they have the neighbor do it.
Or the neighbor.
One of the two. And then you end up with divorce and 2 fucking kids. You see them every other weekend. You fucking, Jesus Christ. Anyways.
God, I hope my mom doesn't listen.
We're concerned about the smell.
Number 10. Did I just read the last one?
I did 10. Number 11.
Oh, yeah. Number 11. Oh, here we go. We gonna lose it? She is the most important. So this, we got to remember, we're looking at this from a girl's output. What a girl wants him. Oh, she wants us to make her the most important. Okay, I get that. Let everything turn around her. Women like to feel special and desirable. Try to make it all over again, all around her. Boy, this fucking writing killing me. Some women enjoy a massage. Some like when a man tries to learn everything to satisfy them. This fucking simp. Some people need a conversation. Talk to you, girl. I'm just going to start reading this exactly like I fucking got it so these people can understand what the fuck we're against.
They won't understand it. That's the problem.
Talk to you, girl, and find out what stimulates her and what excites her to give her that pleasure. Either way, do not forget to let her know what it means to you, but the work you do down, comma, there is also important, comma, not just words. I'm getting more enjoyment out of the fucking editing and proofreading on here than anything. I don't know. That kind of goes to, yeah, I think so. I don't think a woman minds once in a while if she makes it about the guy, kind of like a quickie type of thing, but
they want to feel wanted.
I think for the most part, yeah, they want to feel wanted.
Although I think that goes both ways. Doesn't everybody want to feel wanted?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you didn't feel wanted, you would be like, fuck her. If you don't make her feel wanted.
Why would you even be in this situation if neither one of you wanted each other?
Yeah, I mean,
anyway?
I feel like that could go both ways.
I feel like the only other step is prostitution. It's the only time you'd be in bed with somebody that you didn't give a fuck about.
Exactly. In which case, it's costing you, so you better enjoy it.
Well, it's costing you anyway. Either way you look at it, it's costing you.
Number 12, girls like to take control in bed. Power can be great aphrodisiac. And while some women prefer when the man takes control in the bedroom, some prefer to take control of the men. Some people just like to feel that they are running the game in bed, or they sexually prefer the pose when they are up and the man is down. Women love to be dominant in bed. Power is a powerful aphrodisiac for women, many women and men. By taking control of the bed, women want to show their power and be in a position where their man is submissive. For some women, the dream is to have a partner sniff it in the back and have access to every part of his body.
I just made snot come out of my nose when I laughed at that. Oh my God.
Others want to have the same amount of, at least there was no cheese this time, amount of power
what
as
the
men
fuck was
have.
that? It wants to sniff it in the back?
I don't know.
This is hilarious.
Listen, I know it. I'll read it again. Just for some women, the dream is to have a partner, comma, sniff it in the back and have access to every part of his body.
Man, I didn't know what the
Whoever wrote this article was probably getting too excited about writing it, and they just lost all focus, apparently.
Maybe she was getting sniffed in the back while she was writing it.
However, I can tell you this. I know it's not about us, so maybe girls do enjoy it. I would never let a girl do it regardless if she enjoyed it, because I don't like that.
This is what I think a girl thinks from what I've learned in the 37 years. I don't know everything, don't know much, but I think girls prefer to be dominated.
I agree with that.
I think there's a few girls that enjoy when they can dominate a man. I think that's a certain, like a fetish thing that they're into. But I think
you definitely see it. They like tie them up and whip them. There is some out there that do
There's some people that enjoy that. I think probably 80%, the majority of women would rather be dominated.
I agree with that.
So I
agree.
I think number 12, girls like to take control in bed. I'm going to say false. I'm sure there's a few out there, but for the majority of listeners, I'm going to say false.
Mm-hmm.
Number 13. Oh boy. You got that picture?
Mm-hmm. She's got cowboy boots on.
And them little shorts.
Daisy Dukes.
What were we doing again? Oh, we're doing a podcast. That's right. We're on exit 14.
Sniffing in the rear or something? I don't fucking know.
Well, I certainly would. Now I understand what that meant. Variety of movement and speed. Already, I disagree. Listen. I think girls would like to do different positions, do different varieties in speed. That's fine. But I think it's important to stay at one speed long enough. I've heard girls on TV shows talk about this, that guys, their boyfriend or husband doesn't.
They're going and then they stop or slow down.
Yeah, or they change the pace. And it's like the girl's like getting real close, and then all of a sudden they change the pace and it fucks with it. So I do agree that girls want to be a little adventurous and try different positions, try different speeds and stuff, but I think it's important to break that down. This is what I think a girl thinks. That they don't. You got to just stick to one speed for a little while. You got to stick to it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. Sometimes
is that what you think?
That's what I think that they think. I don't. Fuck.
So you think that that's what they think, and that's what you're thinking?
Absolutely. What do you think?
I don't think much. Safer that way. No, I agree.
I thought so.
I agree with what you said. 14. We might. I mean, I'll mention it, but we might as well skip over it. It's basically take control. Well, that's kind of what we just literally went over. Number fucking 12.
Oh, wait.
Girls like to take control in bed.
Wait. Number 13. I just read a little of this.
No, actually.
Sometimes women want the sex to go slowly with a lot of love and attention, and sometimes they want to be quick, raw, wild, and aggressive. Okay. I don't know if that's what it meant, but now that I read that, the title was Variety of Movement and Speed. Maybe they didn't mean that time that they were having sex, during sex, but so much different sex. So in other words, like it said, sometimes they just want like slow and passionate, and then other times they just want to be put over the fucking couch.
And just taken right to Pound Town.
Right. I could sit with, what'd you call the bus that we were riding on?
The bang bus?
The cock some fucking thing you said last I can't remember. Anyways, that I can see. Sometimes girls just want a quickie. Sometimes they want
Express.
Something. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I just happened to read a little of that.
Take control. Sometimes women want to be dominant in bed, but sometimes they want their partner to be the one that will take control.
Most times I'm going to add that.
80%, we just said we thought, right?
I think so.
Do not misunderstand this. Don't misunderstand the assignment. Taking control does not mean you have to be rough. In this sense, under the assumption of control, a man is thought to be self-confident, charming, seductive, respectful of the partner and her desires. When a woman wants a man in the bedroom to take control, it means she trusts and leaves him, allowing him to take her.
I think girls want 50 Shades of Grey.
But they don't want to admit to it.
That's hard to accomplish for a guy. Like, I know how to be dominant, but then, like, where's the line? Like, it's tough to... And then all it takes is to go over that a little bit or under that.
Nothing about that excites me.
Dominating a woman?
No, that 50 Shades of Grey type stuff, though.
Oh, well, that was a little bit... Yeah, I'm not into the toys and the leathers and all that shit like that, but I can see the taking control of a woman thing. We got to speed this up. We're at an hour and 10 minutes on the second hint. We still got 5 to go. 15, tell a dirty story to your girl.
Who says we got to end it right at 2 hours?
No, we don't.
You know?
Yeah, fuck it. All right. This one will get some people some further along.
We finish when we finish.
That's right. Tell a dirty story to your girl. You can best inflate the woman with words if you're, and not too much, no, not past about a 130 range.
Wait, the way you inflate them is different than probably what they're talking about.
You can,
you use your air compressor.
Oh boy,
I don't understand what's going on here.
Oh, that was nice.
They don't say air compressor in this
You
article.
can best inflate the woman with words. Now this is one I can get onto here. Let's see what the instructions are. For this.
Look, he's getting all serious, moving in closer.
If you are imaginative, it's not that hard at all. If you know about her hidden fantasy, you can experience her with words. Women are dreamy beings who like to imagine, and it is up to you to point their thoughts in the right direction. I'll tell you right now, I'm good at that. On Snapchat, sexting, or whatever, I'm fucking good at that.
What makes you say that?
Just details. I just give it's fucking details.
So you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk.
I can't do it, no.
Or when the time comes, you just...
Well, I could, but it just never worked out that way. You know, it's like you're writing a book. I'm a pretty good storyteller with that shit, to be honest with you. So it's like I'll leave every detail. Like I walk in the house after work, tired, sweaty. You're standing at the sink, and I grab you and spin you around. Put your pants on your ankles and bend you over. I mean, it's obviously more.
Careful, girls are getting excited right now. Leave some pussy for the rest of us, bud. Slow down.
It's more than that. It's making me sound like a fucking dummy, but
I got to make sure Jamie doesn't listen to this episode, or she's gone.
She gives me the ideas.
Oh my god!
I got to test them before I make them stories.
She's like, I think Wes wants me to go clean his house again. Well, the fuck he does.
He clean his own fucking house.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen it before. He don't clean half the time. He ain't gonna get you to do it either.
Oh god.
16.
We're concerned about the smell.
16, passion. Although romantic and gentle sex is welcome, sometimes women also need a passionate love relationship. Do not be confused by what they want, romance or passion. The thing is that every girl needs some dynamics in the relationship. Why not? Sometimes it's a dirty story during it's a dirty story during sex, and sometimes they need an erotic massage, candlelight, and a glass of wine in bed. Just fucking wine and dine them, serenade them.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like romance and passion
are the same.
kind of go along with each other.
I was thinking that when I read it. I was like, that's kind of the... But again, we're guys, so we would. I guarantee if there was a girl here, she'd be like, absolutely not. Romance is. And,
right, yeah, they would tell us.
I'm sure they understand.
Well, I guess that's the whole point of what we're doing here is to try to... Maybe girls are laughing their ass off thinking how fucked up we are and how wrong we are.
They're probably like wondering why these fucking guys never get fucking laid. Listen to them.
I agree with this one. I even like this. Number 17, sex in front of the mirror. There is no person who at least once
did that
in a
right before I got here, didn't you?
Has not. Oh, you're supposed to be with somebody?
The article doesn't specify.
I was sitting Indian style with no clothes on when he walks in.
Indian style in his fucking beanbag. He had fucking...
All I had on was socks and a smile.
I could walk out here fucking goats in the back. What the fuck?
Like I was living in a small town in Afghanistan.
He's like, oh, Bub, you said you weren't going to be here for another 15 minutes. Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, God. Here's Indian music coming in from the friggin' Enigma playing from outside.
Holy shit.
Sex in front of the mirror. I'm going to add with your partner to this.
With someone else.
There is no person who at least once in a lifetime has not wondered how it looks at the moment of love. It is precisely why the idea of sex in the front of a mirror is so tempting. Looking at a partner is exciting, but more exciting can be a look at passionate fellowship. So do not hesitate to fill this woman's... Stop with this passionate fellowship bullshit.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that.
Don't ruin it, right. Yeah. Just put us in front of a mirror and fuck.
Too high. I don't... Yeah.
Jesus.
Number 18, talk with your girl about your wishes, fantasies, and fetishes.
Already, I think that goes along with like that story time thing. I think that's... And not to mention, I think we could put 3 of them together. Story time, this one, and like foreplay. Like long foreplay throughout the day.
At the beginning of each relationship, sexual fantasies are a taboo between partners, but later they become part of intimate communication. Many people think that some sex fantasies are to be publicly shared with their partner, although at the end of the day, fantasies that have men and women are almost the same. Girls like to know what wishes, fantasies, and fetishes their man has as well. If sex toys are a part of your wishes or fantasies in your sex life, you should not be timid to say so. According to many psychologists, the sharing of fantasies with a partner can well influence the relationship and the sex life of the couple. Always keep in mind the wishes of your girl while in the bedroom. Very often when we talk about sex, we are thinking of vaginal sex, but sex also includes anal and oral.
Boy, they went right to town on this one at the end of the article here.
By God, yeah. Keep in mind that open conversation resolves dilemmas between partners and set limits to where you can go. Well, I think if you're having sex using toys and you tell her that you got a bigger dildo at home for yourself, she's going to be like, that's a little weird, fella. I think you could leave.
I see that last sentence. Open communication resolves dilemmas. I thought it said the other way. I was going to say, sometimes it can cause issues. Maybe it's just in my mind, but I'm thinking to myself, sometimes when you're like doing like sexting or whatever on Snapchat with girls, and they're like, oh, do you like giving oral having oral sex or whatever? And I don't really care either way, so I'm like, it doesn't matter. But then it makes me think, like, I hope they don't think because you got to think about, like, your past. Like, you've obviously had it before to know. You know what ruined me with that? That fucking psycho girl I was with. Couldn't bring anything up in my past, actually. So I just answered my own question about that. That's as simple as that.
Okay, number 19.
Most girls don't. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah. Your sexual goddess. I already don't like this one. That's no different than that one we talked about where it just praise your girl or whatever.
Some of these are repetitive.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get to 20.
Different wording, but basically...
Yep. I'm not even going to read into it. I'm going to go right to 20. Girls like to cuddle in bed after sex. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm asleep.
Yeah. Or I'm not even there.
Yeah, cuddle if you want or go fucking... Whatever you want to do. Go watch TV. Doesn't matter to me. I'm asleep.
Yep.
That is...
Anyway.
The end of segment 2. That is the end of the episode for Friday, the 14th of December.
We got 17th.
17th, sorry.
I think you said the 14th.
Yeah, I did. Yep, it's 14th episode, 17th day of December. We got 3 more before
14
Christmas.
Episodes already? Holy shit.
I think this is 14, yeah. Or 15.
Damn.
This might even be 15.
That's what I was thinking, 15 to be honest with you. Yeah, this is 15.
We're getting up there to the point where I'm forgetting.
This one's 15.
Okay. 50, we're going to do something. I say 50 episodes, I eat a ghost pepper in the beginning of the episode, and I have to stick it out for 2 hours.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that.
Boy.
What are you going to do for 100? We'll have to think. We got a long time to go. We got a long time to think. I'll probably forget about this, actually. We'll do something. Anyways, 3 days until the Christmas episode is going to come out on the 23rd. If we're right about our math in the calendar, we're going to do something special. I'm trying to get Mike to dress up in an elf costume, and I'm going to dress up in the Santa costume. And we're going to see if we can get that done between now and third episode. We're still riding at number 4 spot. In fact, we might have went up to number 3. I haven't checked. I'm not going to right now because I'm going to end this podcast. But we're either top 3%, top 3%, 4%. Thank you to you. Thanks for the emails. And
keep the emails coming, guys. We really appreciate that. Good way to interact, and like we keep saying, letting us know if we talk about something that you don't want to hear, or you want to hear more about, or we started on a story and we got sidetracked and didn't finish it. I don't give a shit what it is. You got suggestions? Oh, I want to see Mike or Wes in an outfit. I want to see you guys maybe do that. Anything at all, reach out to us, guys.
I want to see you in an outfit.
Yeah.
Dress up like Caesar next time.
Yeah, Caesar here. But anyway, yeah, just reach out to us. Don't hesitate. We'll get back to you the best we can, and we try to do.
Ladies, send them nudes. Send that. We want to know. This is not
the big one.
I know it sounds crazy, but we just want to know so we can explain to just draw if you take a picture, print it out on regular paper so you can mark on it, like highlight certain areas with the picture. I guess don't get that close though. Leave a little to our imagination.
Yeah, think of it. Zoom out a little bit.
Just
anyway, it's Wes and Mike podcast at gmail.com. So be sure to use that, ladies.
Jamie, Mike doesn't do anything with the email. I do all the email stuff, so he'll never see it.
It's linked right to his phone.
I won't allow him. I don't want to allow him to watch it. Trust me. All right, that's episode 15. We'll see you next time.